following program is an exclusive DisruptionNetworks.com production. Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
Disruption Networks. EC Radio. Disruption Networks.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's time to disrupt your Tuesday. It's EC Radio. Hope you're enjoying your day. A little snowy out here.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit in upstate New York. With more on the way. But that's what happens.
Say moron.
Yes. But there is more on the way. So guess what, people? Here's a news flash. It snows in upstate New York in the wintertime. No. So for all those that get their panties in a bunch, worried, oh my God, it's going to snow, it's going to snow. Be prepared. It always snows. Or move. It's that easy. That easy. This is the crazy part of the song. Oh my God. Big ups to my boy John Liebing for coming up with that song. It's Zee. Chicken's here hanging.
What's up?
How you doing today, bro?
Not too bad. I had about almost 2 feet.
2 feet really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to put the Jeep in 4-wheel drive to get out of the driveway.
It's a lot of shoveling you had to do, huh?
No, it's shoveling.
No
I got
shoveling?
a Jeep.
You just
plow
through it,
4-wheel drive and go right through it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now it's time to upgrade on your snowblower, though.
You know, I just sold my snowblower.
Did you really?
Yeah, because it was a smaller one,
Mm-hmm.
and where I live, it's not going to cut it.
No.
It was like pushing a tackling dummy. You know what I mean? I need something with bigger tires and a wider mouth. So I got to buy a new snowblower. But it figures I just got rid of that one, and
of course
we get this.
That's the way it goes. Murphy's Law, right?
Yep.
Another Murphy's Law. Joining us in the studio right now, new friend to the show from Now Playing 1. Which is a great adult bookstore up on Route 49 here in Marcy. My man Alan in the house with us. How you doing, Alan? Welcome to the show.
Good. How are you?
Good to see you.
You too.
We were supposed to have your buddy Chuck come in, but he dogged us.
He did.
No, but he did.
Snowstorm.
Snowstorm. He's out in Rochester, and I
Yeah.
know Rochester and Buffalo got pounded.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, yeah. You can see that on Sunday in the Buffalo game.
Did you see that?
What a great game.
It was a fun game to watch, and there was just they were playing in like 4 feet of snow.
Like kids.
Yeah. That was interesting. Welcome to the show. You got a lot of great stuff going on.
Oh, thank you.
You've got you've been a part of Now Playing for a couple months now, right?
Right. It's totally remodeled. Everything's new, and we're fully stocked.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you say fully stocked, what do you stock yourselves with?
We have like smoking accessories, novelties.
I could buy water pipes there.
Yeah, right. Can you say that?
For tobacco use only.
Oh, right. That's what they say.
Save me a water pipe.
Okay. Adult novelties, DVDs, lingerie.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of like a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Like the other day, somebody came in. They bought a pipe, some lingerie, and some novelties.
Hi.
And we're the only store that can supply all those items.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like you got a lot of stuff going on over there.
Yeah.
That's cool. And we're looking forward to. Hopefully, we will be doing some stuff with you in the future.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And
I think we will.
Yeah.
We got a lot of ideas for you, buddy. We got a lot of ideas.
And they're kind of frightening, too. So.
You got all that in the
Yeah,
20-minute
right.
meeting we had just a few minutes ago. You learned how frightening we
Yes,
are.
I really did.
We're frightening people. That's not true.
But we can sell sex toys. Definitely we can.
And I've been doing this for 30 years, and some of the stories I heard from you guys I haven't heard before.
You stick around and wait.
We shocked the porn guy.
How does that happen? One for the D. One for the D. Robin's in the house with us. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
How are you? You just come to visit today? I love
Just
it.
for a few minutes.
I love how you got the solid gold outfit going on, like the solid gold dancer outfit on there. It's all sparkly. You're sparkly today.
My porn outfit.
That's your porn outfit? It is Titty takeover today on
Titty
Tuesday.
takeover.
Actually, unfortunately, everybody canceled on us.
Yeah. Something about snow.
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know. Do we get
come on.
snowstorms?
Who was supposed to come in today?
Well, Heiko was supposed to come in.
Well,
She's stuck in New York City.
She's got, it was her birthday and all.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right.
So Tommy, being a good boyfriend that he is,
Mhm.
did something special for her.
Oh,
so
that's
nice.
good. What did they do?
I think they went and saw the Rockettes.
She did say that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's so cool.
It is. It
Yeah.
really is.
Then our girl Sam bailed today.
And Sam had a bail today. And then also his partner was supposed to come in today, and he bailed because he lives in Rochester. It's snow.
It's bailout Tuesday.
So you came from Rochester?
No.
I live in Utica.
Oh, you live in
I live in
Utica?
Utica.
Oh, okay.
My partner
Okay.
lives in Rochester.
Oh, gotcha.
Now, you're talking about the Rockettes. Was that something maybe you inspired to do when you were a kid?
Frick. If I could have done that, oh my God, I would have done it in a heartbeat.
Because you're a dancer.
Yeah, the Rockettes are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's on my bucket list to go see them.
Yeah.
They're absolutely amazing. Do you ever watch them in the Macy's Day Parade?
Oh, of course.
Oh my gosh, they're just incredible. So incredible.
What's the height requirement to be a Rockette?
I don't know.
It's gotta be, like,
I'm assuming
there.
it would have to be like 5'7".
It's got to be higher
yeah,
than that.
it's probably like model.
Because I feel
model
like
height.
they're all the same height, right?
I think they're maybe even close in height, maybe 5'6", 5'7", but I don't think they can get too tall
No.
because they wear like the dancing, the shoe, the heel.
Right.
So if you're like 6 foot, you can put those babies on. I don't think so.
That's a big, you look, with the inch, with a...
It depends on what style you get in the heel, but they're professional, actually, like dancing shoes. So they're not just like regular.
what
shoes.
generally do usually, how high?
Just a couple inches.
Don't you wish you
nothing
could get a little
crazy.
couple inches bigger?
I'll take one or two, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you though. How's things going? You're dancing a lot, right? I mean, you're a comment, right?
Yeah.
And then do you do stuff at the Turning Stone still?
No.
No, you're done with that.
No, I did. I helped out Andrea one night in Lava, not too long ago. It was actually pretty cool, because I didn't get to. I had like this wig on, and I was like, felt like a different person. No
You
one
like that better?
recognized me, except for the people that really know me.
You like that better when you're like incognito and...
I'm usually not though, so that's why it felt so good to be in it, because I could just do whatever I wanted.
That's pretty cool.
Dance like a slut, and nobody would know.
Yeah, that a girl.
Phil Farda knew.
It's in Phil Farda's Spank Bank, actually.
I think he's got a GPS on her. You know?
There's a microchip installed.
He
installed
probably
on it.
did. Wait, so are you doing this stuff for tomorrow?
No.
Wait, so what's
No, actually, him and I just connected this week, so I brought him in and I told him about Farda's event tomorrow at Lucan's with the adult
Are you
trivia
gonna be
going
there?
on.
I don't know.
I think you got it. I think you got it, actually. There we go. I think you have to be there
I should?
just to
Okay.
check it out.
All right.
You know,
One of the things that we were talking about beforehand, before the show started, we were talking about bachelorette parties and all the stuff that they buy in bachelorette parties, like the penis
which
straws.
we just talked about last? Remember?
Right.
Oh,
we
yeah.
did. Yeah, we did
Like,
actually.
I fucking hate those things.
yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
But it seems like every bachelorette party they have tons of this shit.
That's why I don't like.
All right, Robin, I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Say you're a maid of honor,
Uh-huh.
and you're in charge of putting the bachelorette party together.
Uh-huh.
What kind of activities or what kind of types of material would you add to this type of party? To your party. Now, this is your party. Well, it's
Yeah.
your friend's party, but you're putting it on.
So I'm not the bride, right?
You're
I'm
not the bride.
maid
You're
of
the
honor?
maid of honor.
let's say-
You're in charge of putting the party together.
Heichel's the bride.
Okay. Good one, actually. That's a good one.
Yeah, now it changes the
Then
whole spectrum.
we would really be penises involved. What the hell?
You'd have to get the blow-up ones for her, right?
The big blow-up ones, and maybe bring our buddy in and put the fucking condom over his head and do a little freaking blowing up. That would be a requirement. We would need the contest there. Heichel's would be a totally different ball game.
Yeah, see,
Heichel's would just be,
Right.
oh my gosh.
You'd have to actually get the plaster caster dicks.
You would need like the molding.
The
dicks.
moldings. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh,
the
that's
plastic.
what.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Same thing.
Oh, you said plaster. I thought you said plastic.
Plaster caster.
Sorry. Yeah. Yes, you're absolutely fucking right. Do you have those?
Do you have the kit?
Do you have the
For
plastic?
chocolate?
No, that'll have to be on Ease Beats and Biz.
We can get in the chocolate too. No, but actual like the molding, like where you mold them.
We don't have the mold. Oh, you're talking about the kits to mold your own?
Yeah.
yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would have to mold
You know
Tommy's and give it to her.
We'll have
You think he'd do it?
We'll have to check that out. It's probably something we should have.
But now the chocolate one's got me intrigued because I feel like a lot of women would like some chocolate penises.
They have them. They do have them.
Do they?
They do.
With a creamy center?
I mean, I don't know. I've never bitten into one, but
It's like biting into a Three Musketeers.
yeah, I don't know. But other than Heichel's, okay, because she's a different breed.
Yeah, she is.
For like, I would just do something. I wouldn't do wine tour because I'm just different.
Right.
I would like to do.
And that's
something
why I asked
different.
you this question.
It would just be depending on the person.
Mm-hmm.
Like my sister, she really didn't have anything as far as like bachelorette. Like she just was very simple, but the wedding was gorgeous. I wouldn't do a club. You know, I guess it would just depend on who the person was and what she liked and just coming up with something different. Like one of my girlfriends, we went out for her, have you ever heard of those eggs where you like scratch them and you can like design, you put designs on them and
No.
everything.
No.
So I don't know how they do it.
It's like a Hatchimo.
I have no idea how this bitch did it. Okay, this bachelorette party was so different, and we literally scratched eggs. It
Like
was a
real
place
eggs,
in
or-
Rochester. Yeah, I don't know how they did it to make them so hard so that you can actually, and then they dye them, and then you take this toolkit.
Call it Easter eggs.
No, they take this toolkit, and it's like I don't know, and you literally like, you can scrape them, and you make designs, and it was different. I've never done that before.
See, I think if you did
let
that-
alone for a bachelorette party.
See, I think if you did that at a bachelor party, people would be throwing the eggs at each other. These guys just have no attention,
No.
and like would just be brashing them on each other's head.
You know what? I'm very disappointed in bachelor parties nowadays.
It-
They're awful.
They're terrible. Like
They
Wow.
don't do anything.
stag
Nothing.
parties are the worst. Actually,
They suck.
When Silbert got married,
Yeah.
he put me as one of his. You know, he had 3 fucking best men. Where I'm like, dude, come on, not everybody gets a participation award. But you want to do a stag party? I'm like, no, we're not doing one. And he's like, no, we have to. So we went to a stag party. Actually, it was at the Monarch, and
That was probably the one I worked, and I was bored out of my
it was
fucking
a
mind.
bunch of dudes sitting there playing cards. But then they sectioned off, and there was a bachelorette party on the other side, and they were going nuts. They were like partying, having a great time. And you come over, and it's like a church group where we were sitting, and like everyone's just sitting there playing cards, and like nobody's talking.
Probably because half of them were all married and afraid their wives are going to kick their asses.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, we're going to get a stripper. Okay, so you're going to get one girl and like 52 dudes, and you're going to get a lap dance, and then you're going to look over, and there's the bride's freaking grandfather looking at you, and you're like,
Yeah, that's the problem.
this is
Relatives.
fucking weird,
Yeah, it's
right?
weird. Yeah, your father-in-law.
I actually like the Jack and Jill parties. I liked having.
Those could go either way.
We ended up doing a pig roast at Greg's house. We ended up doing a pig roast, and guys and girls, because I mean, if you got a bunch of sausage, I mean, it's kind of boring. You need some of the girls to kind of liven up the party, and
I agree.
you know what I'm saying? Like to me, it just
I mean, I'm not a dude, so I can't speak, but I wouldn't want dudes at my bachelorette party.
Personally, I don't want to sit there and hang out with dudes all night.
Not
I'm
even
sorry.
a girl.
Right.
I don't. I mean, even if my close personal friends, there's a couple of them I can hang out with all night, but after that, when there's a lot of them, you need some estrogen.
Right.
What was it like? Did you like back then? Like, what did they do for like parties?
Back in your day.
Back in your day. I was trying to be nice. I didn't want to say back then.
You know something that really hurts.
Sorry. Sorry.
I'm offended.
Oh,
Well-
join the fucking rest of the world.
Well, you know something. Well, back then we didn't have light bulbs. We had candles.
probably set the mood for it.
Where did you park the horses?
Yeah.
They-
No. We had strippers.
you
know.
paid them in silver dollars.
Yeah.
See? Why can't they do that now? They're
Well,
so
you know why?
boring.
Because the women are in charge today. Back then.
That's a shame.
You're right.
It's a complete shame.
Back then, we just they had strippers, and because I had 4 strip clubs at one time. And
Well, give me your number.
yeah,
I need a job.
and people would come in. We send a bouncer out with a stripper, and like they happen like at least 2-3 times a weekend. But I think people are afraid what the relatives are going to say.
Everybody's so PC these days.
Right.
Everybody's so
Like,
It's
politically correct.
so annoying.
It's annoying.
Yeah,
Like I
but
said-
not only that, but you have cameras too.
Yeah,
Before,
right. It's on Facebook right
you know,
away.
and
Yeah.
that's true. Like I can see that point. But if you're really not doing anything bad, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, but
Right.
some.
Did
no
you
matter-
bring anal beads in here?
Yeah.
Those
Is
have
that-
been there.
Are these
Those are-
really what these
Those
are?
are from
Yep.
Florida, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They kind of smell like poop.
Yeah, they don't.
Oh,
they didn't
come
wash
on! I just saw those and I was like, "What the?"
It's a
fuck?
camera holder.
it. Camera.
Oh, shit!
But you never know.
Seriously.
I got a couple people checking in on the text line, and if you want to check in on the text line, it's 315-505-8433. That's 315-505
The D.
Our good friend Kate is hitting us up right now. Abby
Be okay?
was in Robin's dance class.
Oh, really?
Her daughter Abby. Yeah. Yeah, so she's watching you.
Don't worry.
That's
We
all
got
good.
enough on Kate.
Oh, hi, my love.
It's all good.
No, no,
Kate's
no.
one of us. So.
Kate's cool as fuck, man.
Yeah, I know she is, but
Can I tell you? Here's my interview. When I owned the bar 10 years ago, Kate came in to interview. She worked for me for many years, right? When she came in, I looked at her. She had a Yankee emblem around her neck. I said, "Do you smoke weed?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "You're hired."
Well, prior to that, I helped Kate get the job. She was going to move back to Fonda. I'm like, Z's looking for somebody to hire. And I'm like, Z, I got a girl for you. And he goes, is she good looking? I'm like, yeah. He goes, where's she from? I'm like, Fonda. She got all her teeth? Yup. She smoked like a chimney. But we can't. Oops. We probably shouldn't
So
say that.
put
That was
that on
many,
air.
many years ago.
Yeah, it was many. Sorry,
many,
Kate.
many years ago. When she was still in college. But, yeah, and then I brought her over to the house when you guys were just
She's
forming.
gonna kill us. You know.
Oh,
this, right?
she fucking hates us right now. Yeah, we brought her over to when I was living with Mojo, and you guys were just forming. What was the band there?
Choke
Slam.
Yep.
So you come in there, and Z's standing on a chair, and he's rocking out with his head banging and everything. And everyone's just going nuts, and I'm like, that's your new boss right there.
That was me.
her and her they're just wonderful people.
They are.
Her and her husband.
Yep.
Abby was.
So cute.
She saw me at one of the Comets games not too long. She wouldn't let me go. She hugged me so tight. I haven't had a hug like that and from a little kid, and my daughter doesn't even hug me that freaking tight. She hugged me so tight, would not let go. She melted my heart. She's such a little girl. Kate, you're listening, you little stinker.
she listens all the time.
She
She's
does?
a great friend of mine.
She's making a.
Of all of
love
ours.
it.
She's making a hat for Titty Head.
Yeah.
She knitted a
That
hat.
was our guest yesterday.
Yes, he's a comedian that was on. You were there. Yeah.
Kate, I'm loving you even more. If you know how to make a titty hat.
She knows she's cool if she can handle us.
Yeah, exactly.
That is true
Yep.
story.
Exactly.
That's very true.
Moving on the text line, Red from Charleston's checking in. He says, "What snow?" And he sent a picture of a 63 degree temperature thermostat where he's at right
That
now.
isn't fair.
That's not fair. He's
Asshole.
down in Charleston, South Carolina. Longwood's checking in. Longwood's on fire today. He said, "Robin, Sam, and Longwood. Now that's a threesome."
Oh.
He also says he's gone to the Rockettes Christmas Spectacular Radio City Music Hall before, and it's pretty amazing. And this coming from a straight alpha male. And then his dream is to have a chocolate dick that ejaculates money.
Wait, what's his name again? Longwood.
That's Rich Longwood.
He listens to Phil when
Yes.
Phil's on.
Yep.
He's one dedicated asshole.
Wow.
Yes, he is.
Well, he's our asshole, and we kind of like him. So.
I kind of like him too. He's an asshole.
Also, Raz is checking in, and he sent a link from Amazon of chocolate penises. So,
Nice.
and if anybody's versed in penises, it's Raz.
Oh my gosh, you guys are too funny.
Speaking of Raz, after the show today, the first 52, he's got a live show going on. It happens at 6 o'clock after EC Radio. Raz, make sure you chime in and let me know who your guest is so we can plug that. And then after Raz, Ease Beats and Biz.
Yep.
That's coming up. Best hip-hop show on the Galaxy since Yo MTV Raps. Hands down.
Galaxy. They got no hip hop show.
They don't. No. Universe, okay? The universe. How about that? We'll leave Galaxy out of it.
Yes.
Anyways, Alan in the house with us. Alan, now, You said you owned strip clubs back in the day?
I did.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of the craziest shit you've had to deal with at owning a strip club.
Well, the toughest part was dealing with the strippers.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Everybody thought, well, my God, that's the greatest job in the world, but it's kind of like being married to 24 women on a Friday night.
Yeah, and it's got to suck like when all their menstrual cycles link up
Oh,
together.
I know, and they do.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because if you
'Cause
work
they're together all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like a fucking bloodbath.
It's terrible.
Literally.
No, we probably not too many stories because
You want to
we
protect the innocent?
we didn't serve alcohol. We just had juice.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So it was normal at some point.
never normal in a strip club.
Nothing's normal.
I've never been to one, so I wouldn't know.
No? Okay.
No.
Would you be interested in going to one?
To a good one, yes.
Yeah.
I want to.
You know what I tell everybody because they always ask me when I bartend Wednesday night at
I want to go to
Griffin's,
Montreal.
people ask me about going to go to Montreal
Or
go to New
Spearmint
York
Rhino.
City, but
St. Catherine Street.
Spearmint Rhino in Las Vegas is the greatest place in the world.
I've been to Vegas how many times and I haven't been to one. Isn't that
What?
awful? I know.
You gotta go
But I
Spearmint
have to
Rhino.
go with the right people too. I'm not gonna go fucking by myself.
No, right.
Go with a raincoat if you go by yourself.
I might end up on the pole if I go by myself.
The only time I really ever go to a strip club is when I'm with other women. Usually it's the women that want to go to the strip club.
Are they
And-
lesbians?
No,
No.
not
Darn.
proclaimed, but like women like looking at women. I think it's that novelty of it.
It is.
Something a little different. They
I
like
just want to see what the atmosphere is like what you guys just get out of it.
Okay, you need to do two
A
things.
lot of different things.
Do two things. All right.
Like maybe some penicillin shots.
Is that a drink?
That's a good start.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to Peepers.
Right.
Peepers, you find up crinkled napkins in the corner. The whole place smells like a rotten can of Charlie tuna. It's disgusting over there. But you should.
You're not making my experience.
You should experience Peepers once in your life, just because of how disgusting it really is.
I'm gonna tell a funny peeper story.
Okay.
We were all at the bar, and Rain Man and his wife. They
Now, for those that don't know, Rain Man is a local radio
yes,
personality.
good friend of
around
ours.
here.
I've known him 20 some odd years, and my girlfriend at the time and his girlfriend, they wanted to go to the strip club, and they're like, "Oh, Chicken, let's go to the strip club." I'm like, "All right, let's go." So my girlfriend drove my car. We all went down there, and his girlfriend wouldn't let him tip. She wouldn't let him tip the girls. So he's like, "Fine, you're tipping the girls." So like he made her bend over backwards and put a dollar bill on her face. And the girl came down, took it with her, hooch.
Yeah.
And
You just made her dry heave. You said hooch.
there's nothing wrong with a snail
Well,
trail.
it's the word hooch.
Oh, you don't like the name hooch? Anyway, so she's she's taking it with her boobs and stuff like that. So it was fun to watch. Like girl, getting the money from another girl, and then we get outside and some. Rain and I decide we're gonna moon the girls right there on Genesee Street. So we moon them, and his girl's like, "Chicken, I've seen your ass so many times." I'm like, "All right, fuck it." So I drop trowel in the middle of the road, and I'm like, blah, 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 like jangling my balls all over the place. Next day, we were working at Tony's Pizza, and I come into work, and everyone's like, "So I heard you got these big, huge balls." I'm like, "What?" Like, Rain Man said you got big old balls. And I'm like, "Fuck!" He told everybody, but thankfully it was before camera phones. And he still tells that story all the fucking time. I've seen Chicken's balls. They're huge.
Yeah, I've
They're
heard
gigantic
this.
balls. So, yeah.
I have heard this story before.
Peepers is something you got to check out.
And then go to a real
one.
nice one.
No, I'd like to go to a real one first.
Yeah, go to a nice one first.
Because then if I go to that first, I will never step foot in one ever in my life.
It's I don't go there to get my jollies. It's like once in a blue moon, go there, like have some fun and like with a group of people.
I just want to know what all the fun's about,
Well, Longwood's checking it right now. He says, "Robin, I hate to break it to you, but the same shit goes on in the nice strip club that goes on in the scummy ones. So kind of all the same
thanks
thing."
for fucking bursting my
Yeah, but
And he also-
they're prettier women though.
And he also says, "Raz dreams and chocolate penises that ejaculates chemtrails." Longwood's on fire today.
Wait, I thought you guys said this was a little bit more PG than fucking
Well,
Phil.
now we got the porn guy in here. It's kind of hard not to talk.
Oh, damn.
And today's Titty Tuesday.
So I'm the titties today.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, but we're not like going explicit. I mean, we're talking about chemtrails, not.
Sometimes we fall off the rails. That's for sure. It all depends on who the guest is. Really.
It is true.
It really is. It depends on who the guest is and how
Usually,
it
like,
flows.
if Sam or Heichel come in there, it's off the rails.
It's off the rails.
Yeah, but you guys are doing this all on your own. I'm not saying anything.
It's just your presence,
That's
my
what it
friend.
You're setting the mood by sitting there.
Yeah.
I can feel the porn.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Crazy. Raz is also checking in. He wants everybody to know James Woods is on his show tonight.
From James Wood High?
Not not the actor. It's some crazy guy from New York City, he's saying. So James Wood on the First 52 tonight. 6 o'clock after EC Radio. Yes. What's this? The best POF date I've ever had is we ended up in a strip club, and it was all her idea, and that's coming from Longwood, too. So
Nice.
I don't know. You should check it out at least once in your lifetime.
No, I do. And
I mean, you
wouldn't-
being a dancer, not that you take your clothes off to dance, but you being a dancer, like I think you should
I'm
see what the
interested to see-
strippers are doing in the clubs.
No, I
am.
I'm because what they're doing nowadays is they're actually using the pole fitness,
Right.
and they're actually changing it where it's gonna help you, in your dance career in the pole fitness. So
Well, all the dancers. I mean, they're working for like 8 hours a night, dancing all night long, and doing all these crazy things on a pole. They're in good shape.
Yeah, that takes a
They're
lot of
strong.
I
strength.
know
Yeah, strong.
their core muscles got to be fucking out of
Yeah.
this world.
It's all core
Yeah.
muscle.
So is there like
core
Yeah.
exercise?
Is there like a specific like stripper choreography? Like because they all seem like they do the same move, like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a small stage. There's a pole. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah, they're
I
not
think
doing
they all
triple
I think they all
indies.
learn the basics, and then they incorporate how they want to entertain.
Right.
There's that foundation that they have that they learn, but then depending on what they feel like they want to do,
Right.
you know what I mean. And then what I just know from dancing in general, you kind of feed off other dancers too to see where their strengths are and what could I do that, and then try to practice or critique what they're doing because they like what that dancer is doing.
Right.
Stripping's the same thing.
See, I didn't know if there was like a stripper for dummies. Because it just
Oh, I'm sure there is.
because it just seems like they all do the same basic move, and then they all smell the same. It's like you walk out of a strip club, you smell stripper,
Yeah.
like all over your body.
They have a certain smell.
Yeah, I think they.
It's like a floral.
it must be the fragrance they use in the dressing rooms.
and,
Serious.
and glitter gets everywhere.
Well,
You wouldn't even see glitter until
that's my everyday life.
the
No,
glitter or the smell.
The glitter.
And like you walk out and be like, I smell a stripper on me.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
it's not a bad smell.
the best way to get rid of that smell, you take coffee beans and you rub them on your clothes. And it takes the smell off your clothes.
Make sure you rub some coffee beans before you go home.
I feel like you speak from experience.
Yes, I am. Honey, what are those coffee beans doing in your car? Juan Valdez just gave them to me.
I just stopped at Utica Coffee Roasters.
So I was speaking of all this. I read an article earlier where it said never lie to a smart woman. And it has an article and it said a story about a guy was telling his wife he was going to China on this huge fishing thing with his buddies from work, and I'm going for a week. Can you pack my bag? Blah blah blah. And can you make sure you pack my blue silk pajamas? So it says, the wife, whatever. So she did what the husband asked for. Yada yada yada. Husband came home. Wife is asking him all about his trip and stuff like that. And, husband's telling all this, how fish they caught, blah, blah, blah. He goes, how come you didn't pack my blue silk pajamas? And the wife goes, I did. They were in your fishing box.
Oh shit!
You get it?
That's a good one.
Yeah?
That's a scan my clothes with like a blue light. That light that shows like semen and stuff.
Like
Yeah.
a bad episode of CSI.
Right, yeah. Every night. I didn't realize it until I went to court. She used to take my clothes.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
That's
Sounds
smart,
like a
though.
crazy broad.
No kidding.
Why they're divorced.
I mean, I've heard some crazy girls, but
Yeah. No, she
I think the worst I ever did was I actually looked in a phone. I peeked in
That's
girl
the worst you've ever done? Is
Like,
you looked in the phone?
stalking wise, yeah. Like I had a feeling she was like
It's not really stalking.
texting an ex-boyfriend, so
That's
I kind
just
of like.
being.
What's wrong with that? I did that yesterday.
So generally, it's like I'm like, fuck it. If I got an intuition about something, if I got like a gut feeling, I just go with it, and I don't have to like look for the proof. I just usually the truth will come out. But this is one I'm like, I just gotta know. So I went through her phone. I realized that she was texting her ex.
Oh, really?
That she made me change her phone number. Like I worked for the cell phone company, so she had me do it. And I'm like, are you sure you want to do this? I wasn't pressuring, and she said yes. And then I went and seen she did it, but I didn't let her know that I did it. I let her incriminate herself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I put certain things out there so she would like admit that she talked to him, and then I'm like, all right, well, busted. You know what I mean? I didn't want to say, yeah, I looked through your phone, because then you're automatically that stalker, creepy weirdo. But
Sounds like too much work.
Too much work.
what was it?
They say if you got to do that, then it's not worth it.
Right,
You're
but it was
right.
like one of those things like I had to make sure, and like I've never done it since, and I never did before.
Just to verify it.
Yeah,
that
just to, like-
your gut was right.
I didn't really trust my gut at that time. It was so early in my.
So what did you? What were they What were they texting or talking about?
Honestly, I don't even
You don't
remember.
remember?
But it was the fact that she actually did it and lied about it and had me change the number and all that stuff. And I was like, all right, you're done. And that was it.
Did you
But-
go back to her after that?
No. What about you? What was the craziest thing you ever did?
You don't want to know.
Like that
Yes, we
evil
do.
laugh. Yeah,
We do.
We do.
I don't know. I haven't had any. Let's see. All my crazy stuff in days were before my daughter. So, I was the craziest though when I was 16. When I was with, I was engaged at a young age. I was with him for a while.
At
young.
16?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He cheated on me. Found out. Ran the bitch off the road.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Cue up the cuckoo clock.
Yeah. I think that would be probably the craziest. We were actually we were on a high ride, actually, at that
Oh.
point. We were feeling pretty good. I probably shouldn't even be talking about this right now.
Sometimes it just comes out.
But it was crazy because it wasn't like it was planned.
Right.
We were just riding around and there she was. I was like, oh fuck, that's
Let's
fucking
run her
get
off the road.
But it was pretty crazy. I think it would have to be the craziest thing I've ever done.
That's has to be the craziest you ever run somebody off the road.
Yeah.
What about you, Z? What about you?
I mean,
Where to begin? We'd be that's a whole nother
Shit.
podcast.
yeah, I don't. But now I'm too old for
Drama.
that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I hear you.
you know, I got
I've
other
learned to trust my gut, and you're
I
done.
still am learning that. I've over the past maybe 4 years, my gut's been right every single time.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
I
you
never,
always trust your gut. Always.
Yeah. So when you just get that feeling.
See,
and
but
it's just,
mine's been wrong though. Every time I think they're doing something, they're not.
See, mine usually is, but there has been those times where it hasn't been so right, and
Yeah.
I feel like an asshole.
Right. That's
You
the
know?
problem.
But I guess I don't know. You just learn to ask and communicate.
That's the important thing.
And if it doesn't work, then go fuck yourself. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I've learned over the years to trust my gut. I've caught several of the girls that I was dating or seeing cheating on me, and I kind of had a gut feeling about it, and I trapped them so they would incriminate themselves. And then I was done with it. And I even knew who they were cheating on me with at the time, just based out of gut feeling. You know, you just kind of get that once you start listening to your gut. I mean, it's the biggest part of my body, but once you start listening to it, and because your head can be tricked, your heart can be fooled, but your gut's always right.
Your gut is always
Yeah.
right.
Do you ever get that hotness in you?
Seems like you get
really,
that a lot.
You just boil and
Yeah.
you get all hot and you know something's wrong and you know something's going on and you just get off and then you just fucking fly off the fucking handle.
Yeah, I try
Yeah, that happens.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I try not to fly off the handle anymore. I try to
Well, me either, unless when my daughter's around. When my daughter's not around,
what gets me is when they try to lie to
a little
you out of it.
different.
They try to lie about it.
You know what's even better is when you ask them and you already know the answer and then they lie about it and you're like, oh,
See,
okay,
my
sure.
ex-girlfriend, I always knew she was cheating. I knew she cheated on me. And I knew she cheated on me with one of my best friends. And I knew it for
best friend
years.
anymore.
For years. Nope, not anymore. And he moved away, and I started dating a girl that he recently dated. Like, he moved away, and we were kind of
That's getting them back, chicken.
seeing each other, but they broke up, whatever. But I still wasn't going to date her, and I went to lunch with my ex-girlfriend, and we're still friends. We're still cool. And she basically told me, because I'm like, I don't know, I can't do this to him. She goes, well, and then she told me, I go, did you guys hook up? And she goes, yes. And she admitted it. And after 10 years, all my friends thought I was crazy. They thought, no way, that can't happen. After 10 years, I found out that I was right. All those years. And they all thought I was, like, paranoid and a freak and everything.
Rob, before you leave, Kate says she loves you even more. No. I know you're busy. You're busy. Thank you
See you
for
later.
stopping in. We
Thanks for
appreciate you
coming in.
stopping in. But Kate says she loves you even more.
Are we going to see you Friday?
You coming to our remote? We're at the barbershop tomorrow or Friday doing Toys for Tots.
Phil just texted me.
Yeah, come on
How
up.
funny is
We're
that?
there from noon to 6.
I will try my grandmother's good sister.
Oh. Well, I hope Grandma's okay.
So,
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right, keep in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping in. That was Robin.
Yeah.
I like when she graces us with her presence. She has been doing that often lately. I'm going to put that back on you, chicken.
Well, I don't think she's as scared of us anymore. I don't
Right.
Know. She was on the
Well, I
Matt
don't know,
Mazur
after
show.
today,
It's like, woof.
after today, that's suspect.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say.
Alan's over here like, I'm innocent today,
I
man. I'm
didn't
just,
say anything.
you guys are the ones asking me questions. Well, she brings up the energy every time she comes in here. That's
Yes.
for sure. She does. We've got a cast of crazies that bring up the energy every time. So, but it's good. Get graced by her presence, and it's funny we got the connection with her and our friend Kate. That's pretty interesting. We weren't talking about the barbershop. We do have a great remote happening this Friday at Paulie's Barbershop. It's 152 Whitesboro Street in Yorkville. Come on down. We're going to be there from like noon to 6. And we're collecting toys from Toys for Tots.
Yep.
The Marines Toys for Tots.
And we got all sorts of, we're going to be doing our shows there, so we're going to be at the interviews and, a lot of crazy stuff to ensue,
A lot of crazy stuff. Guests are going to pop by, and we're going to have a good time. We got prizes to give away and a whole bunch of other things to just come check us out. It's going to be at Paulie's Barbershop, 152 Whitesboro Street in Yorkville. Bring a toy. Bring a brand new toy, unwrapped.
Yep.
And we will be making that donation to the Marines for the Toys for Tots. Yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good old time. It's a great time hanging out at the barbershop, actually. It always brings back great memories and just hanging out with people.
Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Why is the name of time everybody got to mention me? Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano.
After we were talking about that last week, I went home and
You
Coming
watched
to
it.
America was on TV. I was
Where
like,
is
son
that?
of a bitch.
Al, you know what happens to us a lot around here? I got to tell you. Like, we'll talk about somebody, and, like, all of a sudden they'll appear. Or it's crazy. Like,
Yep.
we'll be talking on air. It happens a lot, and we've been doing this since January 30th.
I keep saying Mila Kunis. Mila Kunis. Mila Kunis.
Some hot girl, right? But, yeah, it happens a lot.
But instead, Mega shows up.
Yeah, right. Which I would now that you mentioned his name. Now he's going to probably show up on
Yeah,
the
but
show.
I think we need a little Mega right now.
Yeah, right?
Bring up the tempo here. Mega's shot out of a cannon.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Absolutely crazy. I'm a little shot out of the cannon today, too. Today's been hectic.
I had to go out there earlier, like when I stepped up,
Yeah.
I had to leave. I'm like, felt a really cold draft. I'm like, what the hell? So I go out there, and the door was wide open.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I knew I felt something cold. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Sometimes that door's weird.
Yeah.
Blow open by the wind and stuff, but
Well, we do got an open door policy. But
the open door is open as we speak. So if you're listening to this live and you want to come down and hang out, please do. Bring beer. All right.
yeah. Well, we got beer.
We do got
Bring women.
All right, Ella, I got to go back and ask you about the crazy. You had to have seen some crazy stuff, though, having the strip club. I know the girls could be a little bit of a pain in the ass to deal with, but and there's got to be something, like, off the wall that just blows
like
you away.
like some guy, like some guys who had like foot fetishes, and they want to rub their feet and right there, come to sit down, and start rubbing their feet. That we've had like
Was his name Jay Stevens?
yeah.
You try selling socks?
We've had people run up on stage. This one guy, he came from the back of the room. He went because he thought the girl was waving him on stage. She was just waving. So he runs right up and he breaks the stairs on the way up.
Oh, man.
But then some guys would come in and they would put a mask on because they didn't want anybody to see them when they were in the club. Especially during when Albany, because we had a place out in Albany, when the politicians, when they were in session, our business went up 30%.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Was Wiener part of that group there?
Yeah.
Elliot Spitzer.
Ellie Spitzer.
How about the two guys, Wiener and Spitzer?
Yeah.
One of my clubs they called it Cloud 9. I said, we're Cloud 9, not Client 9.
How about celebrities? Any celebrities coming out of the clubs at all? Or rock bands or whatever?
I didn't spend that much time because I had so many of them, and I would just I would travel from club to club, and I had managers. I had small kids at the time, so I spent my weekends home with my kids, and that was the busiest time. But I don't think we had too many famous people because they weren't in any really major cities.
Yeah.
Where you have a lot of famous people. But it was very interesting. The hardest part about the business were the hours, because by the time you close, especially sometimes you close at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. By the time you drive home, you can hear the birds are chirping, and that's a horrible sound when you miss a night's sleep.
Did you get any epic cat fights?
All the time. Are you kidding? Epic?
Daily.
They'd fight about everything. They'd fight about who's stealing whose music, who's taking a person's customer, who's going out with their boyfriend. And there's nothing but drama. People said, "Well, geez, you had the greatest job in the world." I said, "Are you kidding me?" And if I'm like on a Friday night, I'd go up in my office, I'd lock the door and close it, and they would turn the light off. They're all banging on the door, wanting to complain about something. I won't answer the door.
I don't blame you there. You can imagine it's a lot.
It was.
You probably have to referee so much shit and like.
It's terrible. It's terrible. And they, then they would make their money during the week. And weekends they didn't want to work because they wanted to go out with their boyfriends. Right. But that's the time when I make my money.
On
Weekends,
the weekend.
Yeah.
You want to take that on air?
No.
It's been done before.
Is it really?
Oh, we do it a lot around here.
It was difficult. I mean, I enjoyed the stores much more than the clubs. The clubs were just because the thing is, if girls didn't show up, I can't get up on the stage and dance.
Well, I'm sure you could.
I could, but no one would pay for it.
You'd lose business quick.
Yeah, I go out of business. But the stores, I could work them. So I really wasn't depending on it. And, and the DJs were terrible to deal with. They were just as bad as the women.
Really?
Oh. It's kind of like, they felt, I know they had an important job and, there's a lot to do and stuff. Lot of things.
You're pretty much just spinning music. It's really not that much to do.
Here comes Cinnamon.
Yeah, you gotta get on the
She's a little spicy, but she's not too hot.
Right.
No, you're right. And they felt like it was like their club, and if you ask them to do something the way you wanted it done, it's like they didn't want to listen to you.
Yeah.
Where'd they come up with these names?
They're all about the same names: Mercedes, Cinnamon.
Yeah. Destiny.
Yeah, they're all the same. They're not too creative with their names.
Yeah, they gotta get better names. Or something.
I think they need to up the stripper
Trixie
name game.
Yeah.
That's a good question for the listeners today. What would your stripper name be?
Here comes Cum Dumpster.
What'd you say earlier? Howard Sperm?
Yeah, Sperm. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say and here comes Linda.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody, put your hands together for Margaret.
Gertrude.
Yeah, they're all about the same names.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome to Myrtle. Longwood says there's something about the smell of cotton candy, body spray, and Newports that brings him back to the days of DJing in a strip club in Florida. Kid's on fire today. He's on fire today. What? Yeah.
Well, he had to repeat today on the Matt Mazer show, so now he's ready to go.
He's ready to go. But what would your stripper name be? Male or female? If you got a female stripper name too out there, what would it be? 315-505-8433. That's 315-505 the D. Let us know what your stripper name would
yours?
be. My stripper name? Let me think about it. I'd probably just D's nuts.
Z's nuts.
Z's nuts.
I think I would go with a big bad chicken booty daddy.
No, actually, I think I'd call myself all meat, no potatoes.
Potatoes.
Now you need an actual name for that, right?
Yeah.
Like come up with some kind of Nacho Libre name for it. I'd come out with a Mexican wrestler mask and a cape and just be buck naked and running around the strip club. Like, yeah, kind of like a matador.
Like Richard Longwood.
Yeah, probably like that's probably what he did at the strip club. What would your stripper name be?
Big bad chicken
Oh,
booty
big,
daddy.
yeah, big, yeah. How about you? You got one for us?
No, I've heard so many of them. I just get tired of them. No.
UG Rection.
UG Rection. Yeah, it's a good one. UG Rection. Sure.
What do you think Joe Boogie's would be? Put her through the wall? That'd
Yeah.
be this Indian name. Chief put her through the wall.
Chief, yeah.
315-505-8433. Let us know what your stripper name, or if you got a good stripper name or a porn name. It kind of goes all hand in hand. You know, if you got a good porn name or a stripper name. Red from Charleston checks in. He says Ginger Splits.
Ginger Splits. Nice. I like that one.
Red says Michael Mohawk.
My God.
That's a good one. Michael Mohawk. Richard Longwood.
Richard Longwood.
That's a good one,
That's a
too.
good stripper name.
One day we'll get his government out of him. Longwood.
Now he's going to be doing the comedy thing, right? With
in
Don Air?
January.
Yeah.
Yeah, right after January 21st or 22nd?
20th, I thought.
20th or
Something
something
like
like that. We'll promote that.
Longwood,
once we
you
get
got to
there.
stay in town, brother. You got to stay in town for the 27th. We're doing our 1-year anniversary, bro.
Yes, 1 year anniversary. Please come down to that too, Alan. We're having a 1 year anniversary party at Cavallo's. And we got food, and there's going to be drinks, and we got great entertainment. My man Joe Driscoll from Syracuse is going to be performing. And
Ease Beats and Biz. will
Ease
be
Beats
there.
and Biz.
And if anybody's been to an Ease Beats and Biz party, man, that shit is off the hook.
Always.
Those guys know how to throw a party.
There goes the Biz. And the Biz will be here tonight at 8 o'clock, too. But, yeah, we're having our 1 year anniversary party, January 27th. So come on out. We're going to have tickets for sale real soon, and it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, there's going to be some
great
crazy
time.
shit going on there, too.
It would be cool if Longwood would stay in town, but
It'd be nice to share a beer with some of these guys, you know?
absolutely. We have all these listeners from all over the country that we've never met. I mean, we've met on social media or met them through the radio, but we've never been face-to-face. So we're looking forward to actually getting face-to-face with some of our listeners and say what's up and stuff. We also want to take this on the road.
Especially Kinky Katie.
too.
Which,
By the way, how come we didn't bring her up to him yet?
well, we're supposed to be interviewing her tomorrow.
She's coming on tomorrow?
Yes.
Good. Kinky Katie
I
will
definitely
be
got to
on here.
confirm now that everybody's been kind of bailing out, but
Well, it's not like she's driving in.
Right,
though.
right.
She's Skyping in.
yep.
And if Katie, if you're listening, can you Skype in naked, please?
Yes, topless, whatever, you know.
Kiki Katie is our weekend girl here at Disruption Networks, and it gets pretty wild on her show.
Oh, it does.
She broadcasts out of Florida.
Oh, well,
I say watch her videos, man. She's got some videos on her website.
I'd saying it's not hard to find Longwood's government name. Yeah, I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure it's out there in the social medias. We can find it. Yeah, so let's take a break. It's time to take a break. We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back. Alan's in the house, Chicken's here. We don't know what's going on. Everybody canceled on us today.
Right.
It was supposed to be Titty Takeover Tuesday, and everybody canceled. Heichel's got a good enough excuse, and Sam actually has to work today. She has some work issues going on, so she couldn't join us. But we will resume Titty Takeover Tuesday next Tuesday. So you hang at TC Radio.
Hey,
You know what the hell you're listening to? It's EC Radio.
You're listening to EC Radio on the Disruption Network.
The Renaissance. We just did 2 in a row right there from Street Rock Mafia. You know, this whole ASCAP thing. They're like, you got to pay these ASCAP fees and whatnot. And so I'm like, you know what? You can't pay ASCAP fees on songs that I wrote. So.
ASCAP?
ASCAP is right. So, yeah, I figured, hey, mine's a play my own. It's a
Which
good
is like
platform to put it out there.
Biggest fucking jokes in the world.
It is, man. It is. Zee and Chicken hanging out
What's
at
up?
TC Radio. How you doing? Everything good?
We lost all our guests.
We lost all our guests, man. Everybody canceled on us today. We had a whole thing worked out today, and it was going to be a lot of fun. But I understand. You know, it's weather's shitty out there and a lot of things going on. And so, of course, weather factors into our plans yet once again. But, you know, I didn't have any backup today. I wasn't thinking about it. I've been so goddamn busy, wrapped up in life, that I didn't have time to put a backup together.
Speaking of wrapped up, don't forget to get your Utica wrapping paper.
That was your segue?
Yeah.
Oh, Chicken, we got to work on this a little bit more. We got to work on this. Yeah, Utica wrapping paper. Angela Johnson, BB Designs.
She did say, you bring your toy down.
Yes, can you get up with her, actually, about that? Because I want to see if she'll show up to the barbershop on Friday.
Yeah,
we will be at Polly's Barbershop all day Friday.
Bring a toy, donate a toy, and buy the wrapping paper, and she'll wrap your gifts.
Yeah.
She said it, so we're holding her to it.
She did say it, and you're going to hold it to her.
We got it recorded.
Yes, we do. It's documented.
On video.
It is documented. But, yeah, she's got a really cool thing going on.
Yeah, she does.
And, of course, the 12 Days of Christmas, which I can't hear that song anymore. I'm done. 12 Days of Utica Christmas.
Any of it.
I mean, I like our version, Angela's version, but I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I'm done with Christmas music
I
in
hate
general.
Christmas music,
Me
man.
too.
It starts in, October, and it doesn't end till, January.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the worst shit in the world. Can we at least make it a little better now? And not Bon Jovi singing the same fucking Silent Night bullshit again. Make new, better Christmas songs.
Yeah. Well, like my boy Joe did. Joe Altier. We played it the other day.
That was a good one.
Bend Over, Bing Crosby, Here Comes Christmas. Written by my good friend Joe Altier, formerly of Brand New Sin, playing with Elephant Mountain. Just Joe, all around Syracuse. Sure, if you live local, you've heard of him because the guy has been doing things for a long time. He does those loveograms.
Yep.
Where he'll do a lovegram. He'll actually show up to your house. He's actually shown up to
I've
my
seen the
mom's
videos.
house.
Oh, I think I've seen
played
that
a
one.
bunch in Chicago for her on her birthday one time. I hired him to do it.
And that's what's crazy. I mean,
Mom loved it too.
He looks like a big metal dude, tattoos,
Right.
big
Well, he
bro-
is. But he's just a big music.
beard
guy.
like you, and then he'll play Elton
REO
John.
Speedwagon.
Yeah, and you'll
Yeah.
just belt it out like Elton
Actually,
John and
Joe
Billy
could-
Joel.
Joe can play whatever.
Yeah,
He's got a log of 5,000.
and he does it great, man. He's amazing.
He does. But he's got a very funny Christmas song out there written with him and Marcus Rafferty, a great friend of mine who plays in a metal band called Fall of Humanity. And also Marcus Rafferty is a big roadie. He's a big guitar tech. He's been on the road with Vinnie Paul and Hell Yeah. He's been with Lamb of God. He's been with Anthrax. He's
Some
been
big names.
Huge names. He's been all over the
Those
place.
are no jokes in the metal scene, man.
Yeah, and his band is no joke too. Fall Humanity's kicking ass out there. They're killing it right now. So check them out, all you metalheads out there. That's a great band you should be tuning into right now. Fall Humanity. They got that great song that I love working out to. It's called Hulk Blood.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Oh, it's
the way that name is, it better be the way it sounds. You know what I mean? Because that just sounds like a thrasher, man. That just sounds like a kick-ass tune.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is. Hang on, I'm gonna try to find it. I know they have a. Oh, this is like a live version of it.
When we were at that Boba Flex show at the gig, great show, by the way. But I ran into a guy, and he's like, I wish there was more metal in this area. I never get to see any metal. So I'm like, dude, you got to tune into, EC Radio. I'm like, we got metal bands on all the time. Local metal bands that just kick ass.
Oh, wait. That's all it's gonna. I want to see This is live. Unfortunately, it's not gonna make any sense. I want to hear like a studio version. I want to play a better version of it than just a live version of it. But check them out, Fall Humanity, badass band out there. Hulk Blood, it just gets me all pumped up. Gets me all pumped
Hulk
up.
Blood. If you're gonna name your song Hulk Blood, from the sounds of it, I kind of want to hear the rest.
We got a couple friends out in the gym that I call Hulk Blood. There's a few of them that we see in the gym on a daily basis. And I'm like, man, you got Hulk Blood.
Yep. I think Clenzo's got a little bit of Hulk Blood.
Our boy Kip Miller.
Oh, Kip, yeah.
Kip Miller, that dude's bench pressing like 600 pounds.
I remember when I was bouncing with Kip, and somebody parked a car real close to the door. And so we went down there and moved the car. We picked it up and moved it. Kip pretty much had his own back end. Like, you know. Oh, did you see his keg toss?
Yeah.
Dude, insane.
I follow him on Instagram and social media
Me too,
and all
man.
that. And yeah, he's
a great dude.
Yeah, I went to high school with him, and he's strong.
Strong boy, man.
That man has Hulk blood.
Yeah.
My buddy Chris Finelli, too. He's out
a
there.
Bears fan, too.
Hulk blood. Is he?
Yep.
Yeah,
Fellow
man.
Chicago Bears fan.
Listen to Fall Humanity working out. Put that in your headset a little bit. What's this one? This one's, I think this one's not Hulk blood. It's a great band, too. They're from Syracuse. Features got a funny little story. Remember Dead Rose? The band Dead Rose, the guitar player, Jimmy Falco. He's in this band. And Jimmy actually looks like he could be a relative of mine. So it's been the joke forever. I've known the kid since he was in high school. We used to call him Little Cuz. So this band features him. And let me tell you, Jimmy Falco's a ripping guitar player.
Nice.
It gets heavy. They're a roller coaster, one of those bands, you know. Very heavy, and to bring it up, bring it down. I think I got the wrong band.
I was gonna say.
I do actually. There's two Fall Humanities out there. Wow. All right, wait. This is another one. I was like, wait. I think they're a little too heavy.
It wasn't bad though.
Sorry, Marcus. That was heavy. I guess if you're gonna have a band name by the Fall Humanity, like it needs to be heavy.
Portland, Oregon, get your asses up here and see us. We're Fall Humanity from Syracuse, New York. We came a very, very long way to be here with y'all tonight.
This is from YouTube. We got to get Marcus on the show. I'm playing this shit right now. I might as well freaking get him on here. Chop it up with us one day, Chicken. He's got some great stories, man. Guy's been all over the world being a guitar tech for some of the majors out there for years. You know who else he was a guitar tech for, too? Chris Jericho's band, Fozzy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He knows Chris really well. He's, like, tight with Jericho. I don't like live versions, recorded versions like this.
Me either. But this one's not too bad.
Actually, it's not too bad.
Actually, it has some quality to it.
On drums is Marcus's brother, Michael Rafferty, who was the original drummer in Brand New Sin.
Great band, too.
Great band. All of Humanity. Good stuff to work out to. Anybody out there in the gym, hitting it hard, hitting the weights. Throw these guys on there.
Almost like a little Pantera-ish.
Yeah.
And this is live, too, right?
This is live, yeah. Kick-ass band, man. I'm telling you, there's so much talent in our area. It's ridiculous, man.
This is a lot. That's a live version.
You're dealing with phenoms in this band right here. Like, everybody is great at what they do. It's a great band. Get behind them. Fall Humanity. They're on your social medias. They're everywhere.
Do you remember the band Pinch?
Yeah, of course. I'm old, Chicken. You forgot that?
Yeah,
I'm older than you.
Those guys were sick.
They're a good band.
They were sick, man.
Yeah, we had a great music scene back then.
I had some of that. You know who has it is, Clifford. He's got it. They had some shit, man. Like, you didn't know it was local. Like, I remember Gerbil, who does that metal show for KR for many years. He played it in rotation.
Yeah.
With some other bands. I'm like, and you never would know. You're
That
like,
was the
holy
beauty
shit.
of Gerbil's show,
Yeah.
too, and he still does that to this day. You know, Gerbil's still playing Modus. They're not even active out there. He still plays them at like
Awesome.
4 a.m. or whatever.
He turned me and many others to that song by Brad, the band Brad.
It's still his opening song. He
Still, and
does
I
it,
love
yeah.
that tune, man. And I've never even heard of the band. I actually had to go and look it up. I mean, it was obviously years before Google, so like never knew until I started working there. And they're like, "Oh yeah, it's the band Brad," and I forgot. I don't even remember the name of the song, but great tune.
Plays it every Saturday. Well, every Sunday morning.
Which, if you know his show, it's completely opposite of everything he plays.
The longest freeform progressive loud rock show in the country. Yeah, but you know, at the 4 or 5 o'clock hour, 5 o'clock especially, and I'm talking 5 a.m., he kind of mellows it out. He starts to mellow
does
out.
he?
He'll play like some Genesis and start playing some prog rock type stuff, and then he always closes the show out with a Ray Charles song.
See, I'm never that.
You're not, yeah.
Nah, I'm not up.
Yeah.
At that time.
You either get up at that time, and that's like right around before 6. It's always the same kind of like
I
format,
usually
but
pass
right
around-
around 5, he starts to get into
Yeah.
progressive. He starts lighting it up a little bit, and
But he played, like, some
Gerbil's been doing it.
Typo
He
and
is the
some- yeah.
longest. He's been doing the show for almost 30 years. 30 years probably now. It's
All right,
crazy.
let's-
Gerbil,
let's
hats
bring-
off to you, man. He's a mentor.
Let's
He's
bring him
another
over to
one.
Disruption. Fuck K-Rock. Come over here.
Longwood's checking in. He said he had to pause the show for a little while and picked up his son. Now he's in the van and looked at me and asked him if he used to run around the strip club with a cape on. That's what I would do. I would be like a Nacho Libre type of dude, a Mexican lucha libre type of Mexican
Yeah.
wrestler.
Well, you have
with
the
Mex-
masks.
I got like 8 of them.
Yeah.
Running
Run around
around
the
with the
choke
cape.
slam.
Yeah, and just, having the schlong out.
Just flowers on your junk.
yeah. Well, I'd wear tights. It would be part of my shtick.
Your stick.
It'd be my way that I can actually be a professional wrestler, because deep down inside and in my heart and in my soul, what I wanted to do as a kid, I wanted to be in the WWE, WWF back then,
So would you keep the tights on and like just let the schlong go, like, or do you take everything off?
It depends on how much they're paying me. It's all about money when it comes to like if they want to see it and shit, and
Yeah.
and that's part of the shtick. It's gonna cost, because the girls do it, right?
Yeah. See, the thing is, like, and I wish, Robin was still here when we were talking about, strip clubs and stuff. See, women at a male strip show are way more aggressive and get away with a lot more
Right.
than dudes at a female strip club.
Fact of life.
Fact. And like, dude, to the point where like these girls will go behind a fucking towel and they'll blow him, and they'll take turns blowing this guy. A guy, but if he was in the bar, they probably wouldn't even look at him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But like now he's a stripper, and they will go out and fucking blow this guy. And I've when I was on the Keeler show, we had a male stripper on. I had my bit was to bring him somewhere, and he danced for a girl at the at her work. And I got talking to him. And he's like, "Yeah, these girls, they'll come up and they grab his junk all the time, and like they'll like pay him extra money to like let them blow him and stuff." And I'm like,
Wow.
unbelievable. I go at a strip. I mean, I get it at strip clubs. The blowing and shit goes on. We get that, but you gotta pay.
Have you ever gotten a blowjob at a strip club?
No.
Neither have I.
No.
Neither have I.
Never paid for sex or anything like that.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine did take one home though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were out when it was the one in Rome. How was that called?
Did he have like cocaine or something?
No,
No. Ecstasy.
she had daddy issues or something.
Molly.
Probably had something. I
Yeah.
don't remember now, but yeah, he ended up taking her home. Probably did have something. More, come to think of it, I just thought maybe he got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah. It
Yeah,
usually
so-
comes with
Yeah.
extras. You're
Yeah.
not just grabbing if you got really good game, I guess. But
he wasn't the guy in the
chances
yeah.
are, if a girl from a strip club is coming home with you, a dancer, chances are he's got a pocket full of drugs.
right, or a huge cock.
Money. Nah, the cock is like third.
Think so?
Yeah, I would say drugs first, money second, and then the cock.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah,
that's fair.
right?
Yep. And I never had the drugs that they want, so, and I don't have money.
Right.
And my
And
cock's like,
you might as well not even go.
I'm done.
Yeah. Find a different hobby, chicken. Time to move on.
No, I don't do the strip club thing. I fuck that.
It's been a while.
If I'm gonna like spend a lot of money on a chick, at least I'm gonna like get her drunk.
Pal, I gotta switch it up. Have you got any action on the Tinder?
No.
Have you even paid attention to the thing?
I just put up the pictures that Matt took from the shoot.
Yeah.
Those are really the only pictures I have
We
of
should have
myself.
grabbed that dog. There was a dog running around. You should have took a picture with the dog.
Oh, there was a dog around, huh?
Yeah, it was a cute dog too. They'll look great. I got the cutest dog ever. You can.
I feel weird if I just take a picture with some random dog.
I think. All right, you Sadie then.
I was thinking Sadie or like maybe I got to grab Nina
Nina's a good one.
because she actually likes me.
Yeah, Nina's a pit bull. That our friend's pit bull. She's a great dog.
Nicest dog in the world.
Like seriously, I would love to have Nina as a dog.
I think everybody would love to have Nina as a dog.
For real.
She you forget she's there.
Right. She just chills.
You'll put a blanket on her and she's out.
Gone. You don't even know she's there.
And then like all of a sudden she'll like get up and you're like, what the fuck was? Oh shit, the dog's here. But yeah, she's kind of like the group dog. Like I'll take her on Christmas. Lenny will leave her at my house because he can't bring her to his brother's.
Right.
So I'll babysit Nina voluntarily. My mother gets all depressed if she don't see Nina.
Yeah, the dog's a great dog.
And that right there alone, you meet that dog and you'll like give up everything you think about pit bulls.
True.
So
100%. Well, yeah, take a picture with Nina then. I
will.
think that would work. Red's checking in. He said his brother took home a stripper one night, and now they're married, no drugs, no money.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
He's part of the 1%.
There's hope. There's hope.
There's that slight chance.
You're saying there's a chance.
Slight chance that you might meet the girl of your dreams that would actually go home with you and become your wife at a strip club.
See, I think
that's amazing.
I think I had a chance once.
I don't think that's ever happened ever, unless you're like Tommy Lee. I don't know.
Once I knew a girl. I was friends with a girl, and she always told me to come visit her at the club. And so I went and got a lap dance from her. But I was hammered. And I did what, you're supposed to. I sat in my hands, and I was like, I ain't doing nothing because I'm fucking hammered right now. I'm going to try something. She's my friend. But I think she was kind of alluding that she wanted me to do something. But I was so fucked up. Yeah, I spent like $100-something. That was the most I've ever spent at a strip club. But it was for a friend.
That's amazing, Red. How long they've been married? I want to know how long they've been married. And does he still like her, actually? I wonder. Imagine that, though. You meet your wife, it's like Miss Chicken. You met her on stage. All your boys break your balls about it for the rest of your life. You think? Nah, I think
yeah,
after
I
a
don't
while.
know, man. They're giving her money,
Yeah, like they all seen your wife's titties.
Yeah, but nowadays
That doesn't matter, right?
think about all your buddies, girls that you've seen their titties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, everybody slaps my old lady's ass.
Shit, one of my friends, I took a picture of his girlfriend's boobs and sent it to him.
Uh-huh.
He was home. She came out. I'm like, it was her idea. She's like, and every time she would flash, she used to flash a lot, and I'd always never look. This was the only time I ever looked. It was to take the picture of him and to send to him. I go, hey, check this out. And he's like, you motherfuckers.
You motherfucker, you. Dude, everybody bailed on us today. It's like,
Yeah.
man, I had no prep today whatsoever. It was like, not that I prepped.
It's
prep
the weirdest
to me,
thing.
The prep to me is the guest. That's the prep.
When we have a show that like has a chance to go off the rails, like people end up canceling for some reason. It doesn't happen. But then like when we're like, man, we really don't have shit today, then it just like gets nuts. People pop in. It just goes off the rails.
Yeah.
So unpredictable.
But I do want to talk about yesterday's show. I did have some people reach out to me about the whole bullying thing. And reached out and wanted to wish my little cousin Victor some well wishes, and even a teacher reached out to me and was like, whatever. But wow, we turned some heads, and it's good to hear that we turned some heads. So this bullying issue that needs to stop, no matter if it's in that school or any school, it doesn't really matter. Like, this shit's got to stop. There's no reason to be picking on
And teachers
somebody.
should be doing something.
Exactly. No matter whose kid it is.
Right.
Like, whether it's political or not. It's again, I'm going to fucking bury it in your people's heads. It starts with the parents. That's where it starts with. You got to start teaching these kids some moral values.
But in some of the parents' defense, I mean, we were little assholes in school.
Yeah, but
and
you
it
know
had nothing
what,
to do with
man?
my parents.
I wasn't a bully. I wasn't.
No,
a
I wasn't
racist.
either.
I didn't do shit like that, man.
I wasn't either.
I hung out with everybody.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, sometimes it's a group mentality.
Right.
Sometimes that kid might be raised better And then because he's in the group mentality, he ends up doing, these things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not, yeah, the parents do need to slap a lot of times, but the parents might not know. You know what I'm saying? They might not even know about this.
All right, I'll give you that. But I think, again, hate is installed with the parents.
But all it takes is one or two of the kids
Yeah,
to
but
be
they
the
probably
hate
hear
ones.
this growing up, too, and it just installs into them.
But you think about how much of an influence your friends had on you over
Yeah,
your
they did.
parents.
All right.
Especially at that age,
Mhm.
your friends definitely have more of an influence. And, so all it takes is one or two kids to hate, and then the rest just follow along in that mob mentality because they don't want to be picked on. So, like, if they're picking on somebody, they're not ones getting picked on. So they just kind of roll with it. And then, you see it. That's how gangs get started. That's how, like, all this shit happens. So what they need to nip it in the bud now. You know what I mean? These teachers, they see this shit. This shit's, they broke the fucking kid's arm. That doesn't happen in secrecy. You know what I mean? Like, you people know. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's out there. Like, teachers need to be in there, and they need to do something against these kids.
Yeah.
Not against, making them all suspended a kid for getting the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do what's right.
Do what's right.
That's all anybody's asking. Just do what's right. And stop this shit now.
It needs to stop. There needs to be more policing around the schools or whatever. Make the necessary adjustments. That's my PSA for the day for these school districts, to make the necessary adjustments. Police themselves, get more security, whatever you need to do. The bullying's got to stop. You need
or the good parents and the parents of the kids that are getting bullied,
of course,
are going to take a stand.
Right. I mean, we used to pick on your friends back in the day. It all happened. But this is like physical abuse. Like, when it's physical and they're breaking kids' arms and shit like that, like, where's the policing? Where's the security?
Yeah.
School district needs to up.
On Varick
the
Street,
school
we had an instance where these young kids were, like, being little dicks on the street.
Right.
And
Always.
ghost riding a bike.
Especially late night, too. They just come out of nowhere late
right.
night.
And it's a bar district. Varick Street is a bar district. There's no reason for kids to be on that street.
No.
And another reason why I say if you close it off, you can monitor that. But these kids, like, ghost rode a bike into one of our DJ's cars. And they're swearing at patrons over at Wakely's. And they're, like, causing all this shit. And I had to report them to cops. They were trying to, like, vandalize. We had balloons up. They're trying to steal the balloons. They're trying to vandalize our property. So I called the cops. And that's right, because they were throwing shit at another car. So I call the cops. The cops come. I'm like, listen, dude. These kids are, like, basically being bullies.
Mm-hmm.
You could see they're starting a little gang. They're just trying to show off that, because what happened, the cop came over there, yelled at the kids for a little bit. They came right back after the cops left, started parading around the street, like, ha, we got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I told the cop, these guys are getting pissed. And sooner or later, everyone's going to take into their own hands. And you're going to have some kids getting their asses whooped. And guess what? If the parents got something to say, they're going to get their asses whooped too. You know what I mean?
Gotta
because
nip that shit in the bud, man.
We're telling you now,
Mm-hmm.
handle this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I got to worry about drunks. I got to worry about minors coming into the bar. I got to make sure people get out safely. You know what I'm saying?
Now we got to worry about the neighborhood kids.
Yeah, now I got to babysit fucking kids.
Right.
Come on, man.
Get your kids off the streets.
Yeah. There's absolutely no reason for those kids to be on that street.
No, especially late night.
Yes.
No reason.
But it's the same thing. These kids, they could be dicks, and they could get away with it. And that's what's happening now. Their teachers aren't reprimanding the kids that need to be reprimanded. So they're like, ha, we can do whatever the fuck we want.
And there's this whole lack of respect thing going on, too. I mean, there was when we were growing up, too, but it's not like it is now. Like, it's rude out there.
Because kids know, I'll sue you, and I could report you.
And everybody, the kids feel entitled
Yeah.
to everything.
Absolutely.
It's a shame. It's a fucked up world we live in, Chicken. Absolute fucked up world.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
But, hey, that's why you got to, start to change, man.
Right.
People got to start.
Communicate better.
You got to
For one.
realize, the people got to realize you can't count on politicians. You can't count on people to handle your shit for you.
Mm-hmm.
You got to start handling this shit. The people got to actually start coming up and being like, we're sick of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do something, or this and this is going to happen.
That's what you got the right answer.
Fuck yeah. Is that your bell?
No, it's Biz.
Oh. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of like what I was saying around here. Like, people didn't have, there's not jobs for people to just roll into here. So people have to create their own jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same mentality. People are going to start saying, we're sick of this shit. We're going to handle it. And that's what needs to happen. Instead of like, well, I hope the politicians get this, or I hope the school does this, or I hope, you know what I mean? Make it happen.
People used to say, wait till shit has hit the fan. Guess what? The shit has been hitting
Yeah.
the fan. It's propelling, and shit is spraying everywhere. That's how it is right now.
We need to get better people in offices. We need to, like, you know what I mean? Like, really.
I like Raz's idea. Is like dissolve the whole government.
Yeah.
Imagine that. But that's never gonna
Absolute
happen.
mayhem.
Well, what whole anarchy is like living, do unto others, and kind of living as respect to others is the type of
but-
thing. It's not really going mayhem,
Go-
rooting.
Go 3
hooting,
blocks
hollering.
over. Go 3 blocks over and see if that's what you want.
The ultimate goal and the ultimate definition of
Yeah.
anarchy,
Yeah, I get it.
is like kind of live within the means of yourselves and, grow your own food type of thing and be your own government and just police yourself type of thing. I know it doesn't
Yeah.
sound like it can work, but I think you would have to wipe out pretty much 3/4 of the country for you to even try to do.
Yeah,
anarchy.
you would need, like, it's small community type of thing for
Yeah.
that.
When the aliens come and wipe us out, then.
Or North Korea.
Yeah. Six with the first 52 and these beats and biz. Super Tuesday. So what happened on Back Talk today?
Back talk. Well, we had Sumner in, Jay Sumner, and we also had
So nothing made sense.
and
Jay
Yeah.
Sumner's a real life Cartman.
Robbie Danger.
And Robbie, the return
Yeah.
of Danger on the D, huh?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
I really miss being here and all.
That was pretty good.
Thanks.
Robbie came in, talked about his set over at the Comedy Cup,
Oh, good.
and then
He
he's
did good.
doing the one over at the Utica Brews as well.
Cool.
Yeah, he did good. He did a good job.
Yeah.
Um,
I like his joke. It starts off his joke. I've heard his skit before, and the joke starts off, I'm half Polish, half Italian, so my ancestors made my other ancestors an offer they couldn't understand. I think that's hilarious.
Obviously, talk Roy No.
Good call. But he can hire a bus driver.
Yeah,
to
he
drive
could
that
hire a
thing.
bus driver.
I could see that in his future. Be a good idea, you know?
Yeah.
That way he wouldn't have to rent Bernie buses. And
It's a
know?
great idea. I mean, unfortunately, every time they do it, I'm always working. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this sucks.
we should get on one this year, though.
I would like to.
This
Yeah.
year when he does one in 2018, we'll get on one. We'll get the whole D. We'll do a D pub crawl.
He said he's also working on a Greens Fest.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so that ought to be pretty good.
A D pub crawl, though.
A D pub crawl.
That would be great. We should
Yep.
get everybody on together. We'll book up one of
That'd
his
be fun.
buses. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be a lot of fun.
Maybe we'll bring some guests with us.
Maybe.
You know?
Maybe. You know, we will soon see. But I think that would be a lot of fun.
We definitely do. Yeah, that would be great. I would be down with that.
The other thing I want to do, too, is a train. And supposedly
Hey.
Pearsman's coming in tomorrow.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. I got to hit him up, actually, to make sure he's definitely coming. But, I mean, we booked tomorrow, last week, so hopefully.
And when's Nagel coming on?
See, Adeline's checking in right now. She says we should take over another pub crawl. I agree. I agree.
I say we do our own.
That's what she's saying.
Oh, I just thought you meant take over.
I say we get 2 more buses like we did last time. I mean, she filled up a bus herself. I filled up a bus myself, and we had at it. Maybe we could find 2 more buses. 2 buses at each bar. Oh, my God, it would be crazy.
Man.
We could get the major show, and those guys can fill up their own bus.
Right?
Right? They could fill
Holy
up their own
shit.
bus with their cast of crazies.
That would be insane.
That would be nuts.
Although
don't
I
know,
feel
we
like-
should talk to him about it.
I feel like we're going to do that, man. We should do something like that and go to a Buffalo game. You know?
Buffalo game?
Yeah.
I'm not standing out in the cold watching Buffalo.
No,
Bills. I'm
not this
sorry.
year. I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, in
something
October, yeah, for sure. I'll do an October Buffalo game, but no way in hell are you going to catch me. I did that once. Well, I've done it a couple times, actually. But the one time I did it, we saw the Giants and the Redskins play. And
Oh, I remember when you guys went on that
it
trip.
took us 8 hours to get to East Rutherford. 8 hours, which usually it's like a 3.5, 4 hour trip. That's how hard it was snowing. And it was snowing so hard they actually pushed the game to like a Sunday night game.
And they lost, right?
Oh, it was the worst. It was the worst because we stood in it all day, all night, soaking wet the whole freaking time, freezing my balls off. But the cool thing was, so many people didn't show up to this game, so we actually got right down behind the Giants bench. That was a cool thing. But other than that, it was horrible staying out. So no way in hell would I do that for the Buffalo Bills.
No.
You know, and I don't
No.
care if freaking you resurrect freaking Joe Montana from retirement. No way. I don't know why I said
He's
that.
still
but yeah.
alive, but yeah.
I said resurrect him from retirement.
Oh.
Anyways, maybe a baseball game or something we would do. But I say the pub crawl. We need to do another pub crawl. That would be a lot of fun, especially now we got all these fun listeners that have been chiming in and week out. They'd be a lot of fun to hit up the bus with us and
Yeah, we
hit
could-
up all the Utica bars. They hear us talking about it all the time.
We do some Facebook Live.
Yeah.
Or Twitch or whatever.
Twitch, live porn. I don't know.
Porn.
We just had Alan in here. I'm sure.
Nice.
He's got people.
Do a bang bus.
Yeah. The bang bus. There is such a thing, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You never seen those videos?
Nah.
Oh,
I'm
God,
sure
dude.
they're out there, but I will look for them tonight.
And they're totally, like, real. I mean, they just find this random girl on the street.
oh,
walking,
yeah, so real.
Pay her a couple bucks, and next thing you know, they're doing a spider monkey.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
All over the place, too.
Yeah.
There's
Like,
random
so
girls
random.
out there. Yeah, here's $100. You want to come, like, suck my dick on camera? Sure.
And, you know, just got the Daisy Dukes on and, like, barely nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Just random.
Yeah.
Hey, if you can believe wrestling's real, I can believe that's real.
I didn't say wrestling's real. That's all pre-scripted. I understand that. I didn't say it's real.
I know.
It's my male soap opera. It's not real. There's nothing real about it. I mean, yeah, it's physical, and they do get hurt.
Oh,
and
no doubt. I
They
mean,
definitely, they're
You
great.
can't not get hurt.
Bro, they're great athletes. They
Yep.
you have to be a professional wrestler, and they take smacks. I mean, they smack the shit out of each other.
So do porn stars.
Yes, they kind of go hand in hand.
Yes, they do.
We got to get our man Alan back in the mix, though. Sometime I'm sure we'll do some.
Oh, I'm
stuff
sure we're
with
going to be doing some
Now
stuff.
Playing. He owned a bunch of strip clubs back in the day, and
Come on. The D.
yeah,
You know they're going to come out.
Right.
And they ain't even heard the Matt Mazer show. You know,
right.
they're coming on. They're going to like us. I'm sure we're gonna have some interesting things to be happening soon.
Absolutely, man. Let's take a break, Chicken. Time to take a break. We'll be right back.
All right, listen closely. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Your little body's changing. It's all good, believe me. Problem now is, every time we jerk the gherkin, we end up with a lot of unwanted sticky white stuff everywhere, right? Right. So, first order of business. No more socks. They're expensive, gumming up the works, plumbing-wise. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but Uncle Andy, what do I do with all that pearl jam if I can't spew it into Mr. Sock? Glad you asked. You can have a lovely...
You're listening to EC Radio on the Disruption Network.
You know what the hell you're listening to? It's EC Radio.
EC Radio.
Still your savior. Bury mine in the grave of deception. Long live and generations prosper. Blindly we accepted the offer. Look how this industry's stealing. All these families and their lives are depleting. Oh, preacher man, here's my confession. I ask you now, God, what was my question? Or maybe next time I will be able. So please excuse my behavior. And now I ask, is God still your savior? Bow down to the government rich man. He'll say that your money was spent. Say this to the judge and the lawyer. And now I ask, is it over yet? I'm not stable, or maybe next time I will be able. So please excuse my behavior. And now I ask, where is your savior? In just a moment, so far away, sweeps the darkness, and I'll just say, I could wander far from home, trying to walk out on my own, broken glass and body soul.
You're listening to EC Radio on the Disruption Network.
I can't forget the cold. Oh, and I know no one left alone. The one slowly goes. You live your life, all you know, nothing short of loneliness, and you're searching for something more that can never end.
The beauty of my show is that I get to play my friends' bands. That's Autumn Fire right there. We did a double shot of Max Sheldon, actually. His other band, Into Shadow, was just before that. Played some Enemy Down. What else did we do? I don't know. We just did a bunch of Modus. We played some Modus as well. So threw in some of my favorite locals and some of my buddies, and just felt like spreading the love. I don't know. Plus, we got dogged today, Chicken.
Yeah, we did.
So we didn't have a backup plan.
Bad weather day.
Yeah, I was busy today. I was at the Stanley earlier. We had a meeting and a little Christmas party and some food and dinner and talked about some stuff and, But it was cool to get together. And Stanley's got some big things going on over there. In fact, I'm going to make this announcement.
Uh-oh.
They got Daughtry coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's going to be a big show.
Nice. When's
it's coming in March.
Nice.
And also America, the band America. And they've got some big things happening. The Illusionists are coming in January. Yeah, well, they're doing multi things. They're not just doing concerts.
Right.
They're doing the Broadway plays, and they've got this show coming up in January, The Illusionists. And they're just doing a lot of different cool things at the Stanley. And Daughtry would be a huge show.
So there's things to do in Utica in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And in the spring.
Because you always hear people
I want to
go out, there's nothing to do. Yep.
All seasons. Lots to do. But, yeah, the Stanley's doing great things. StanleyTheater.com for more information. And
the place is amazing.
You know, it's funny, Chicken. I'm giving them a social media lesson in a couple weeks.
Are you?
Yeah. I was trying to. They need it.
So you start taking selfies?
No. Actually, I was thinking what they need to just link up all their accounts together.
They do.
And just put it together and just be a little more active on it because it's the theater. I'm telling you, man, I've worked in so many theaters in my illustrious career in music that I think the Stanley is the most beautiful theater that there is, at least in upstate New York. I've worked in every theater in upstate New York. It's gorgeous, man. If I haven't worked at it, I've been at it. Been in so many theaters in upstate New York for many, many years.
And that place is huge.
And it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Huge,
it is.
Man.
And with the expansion that happened a couple years ago and the money they dumped into that place, it is a top-notch facility. The place is gorgeous. And there's dressing rooms and there's a kitchen.
And people need to take advantage of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everyone sit there and, like I said, they cry there's nothing to do, but then there's things to do and you don't do them. Yeah. And then they take them away. Like,
they're doing good.
We were talking about
events.
Like Music Fest, a couple shows ago, and like, that was one of those things. Like, people got it. It took them a while to get out and support it. Now they take it away and you miss it. You know what I'm saying? So like, before you don't miss it, get out and enjoy it now.
Get out and do it. Get out and do it. Gorgeous facility though.
Yeah. Beautiful place.
Love the place. I do. I absolutely love it, and I'm honored to work there. I love working there. Actually, I'll probably work there forever.
Cool.
Yeah, why not?
Until they get rid of you.
Yeah. Until they get rid of me. But I'm there on show days and help out around, whatever. I've done it all over there, pretty much. Except for the ticket booth. I haven't really worked the ticket booth yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Surprised.
I know. I've done tickets before and other aspects and for other
Modown, weren't you doing tickets?
Modown, every Modown.
Yeah.
Yeah, tickets for Modown and Saranac and creative concerts and stuff. Damn it, the Stanley's going to be listening to this right now. They're going to be like, okay, we can use them there too. But there's great people down there. There really is. I'm enjoying working there, and everybody's been fun to work with and easy to get along with. And
that makes the biggest.
Well, it starts from the top with Jerry being at the top, the doc.
And that's the great thing. I mean,
he sets the vibe of the whole place.
And it's very professional, but it's not stuffy, which I think is really nice.
And that's the whole doc
Yep.
vibe to it. Excuse me while I sip my water. That's the whole vibe that the doc brings to it because he brings that rock and roll background to it.
Yep.
Being a disc jockey legend here in upstate New York for so many years.
Dr.
25. Yeah. Rocking the airwaves with the doctor.
I remember as a
40-minute commercial-free music marathon. Yeah.
Yeah, growing up as a kid, my father had him on all the time on that station.
Yeah,
it was a classic rock station. So
exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, that place is it's nice. It's everything they got going there. Like I said, everyone's professional, but they're not stuffy. People, they joke and it's a good time.
Right.
Yeah, I worked there a few times, but that place is gigantic. I can't get over how because there's all these hidden rooms and dressing rooms and hallways and shit. I'm like, wow, I never knew it. I've only been in there a few times, as for shows, but never those backdoor type stuff, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It is. It's a big old place, man, and creepy sometimes. Down in the basement a little bit.
yeah.
It's got some spirits in that place. They should do a Ghost Hunters in there.
They should.
I think they have, but I think they can do another one. Bring out the spirits of the Stanley. So yeah, Chicken. A lot of good things happening locally. Stanley Theater's gonna things are bumping over there. The Odd looks great. It's all remodeled. They put in brand new boxes.
Oh, it looks amazing.
Though the Comets can't win at home. They can win on the road, but they can't win at home. It's kind of a weird thing going on with them. Some injuries
What's your record
going on.
now?
Well, they got some injuries right now. They're right around 500. If not, might be a game under 500. Somewhere's in there. I don't know exactly what the record is off the top of my head.
And that's the other thing to do. The Comets games.
Oh, yeah, there's so much
You know?
fun. That's the thing to do in Utica. Like, especially right around now when the snow's flying
Right.
and it's December. Go check out some great hockey. And chances are you're going to see some scuffles and a couple brawls, and AHL hockey's where it's at. Those are the kids.
Oh, I
that-
thought you were talking in the hallways.
No, that ended that ended in the 80s. But AHL hockey's fun to watch. These are the kids that are like dying to make it to the next
Mhm.
level, and they'll do whatever, beg, scrape, fight, punch, kick, whatever they got to do to get to the next level. And they're
hungry.
slugging it out. They're hungry. Yeah,
Right. They still
I
got to
am a
make a
Tiger
name.
Rock. You're one of those guys.
Yep, they got to make a name for themselves. So they got to do that little bit extra. But yeah, I mean, you see the people going into the, I've been to a few games, and like you see all the people in traffic, and like you're trying to get by, and you're like, man,
It's the thing.
it's
to do.
alive again.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like the crowd's intense.
And the AHL All-Star Game is going to be in Utica again this year
Oh, nice.
in February.
Now they got it all redone.
It's all redone.
I
It
gotta
looks
see. I haven't seen it
great.
yet. I haven't been in there. I've
Yeah.
seen it from the outside, but I haven't been in there yet.
It's a top-notch facility. I mean,
bet.
it's like state of the art. It got voted like, as hockey fans call their arenas, barns. That's their terminology they use. It was like the top 5 barn
Wow.
in like all of the country. So, and growing too, because they're going to continue to do more work at the Odd. They're not done with the expansion over there.
Oh no,
Far from done.
really?
There's more shit going on, bro. Yeah.
Sweet. So they're here to stay then.
Oh yeah, they're here to stay. And if it's not going to be Vancouver as the affiliate, it will be another affiliate down the road. But
You be
hockey's staying
yeah.
in Utica. There's no way it should have never been gone as long as it was.
Right.
But I think it needed to be gone.
I'm
as
not
long as
even
it
a
was.
hockey fan, and I understand this town is a hockey town.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I mean? And like
it is.
and
always
it's
has been.
contagious too. You go to the, you
I
go
mean,
there.
we've had a lot of people from the NHL come from Utica. A few.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mowers, Ash, of course, Palmieri. All these kids they're from the area, a lot of hockey players. There's a few more that are out there and coming up and stuff. And if Pete Forgets is listening right now,
yeah,
I'm sure he'll chime in on a few more that have played here. But those are
I'm sure you can
the ones
rattle
that are
off a
top.
bunch.
Well, we can't forget about the kid out and that gets in the fights all the time, and I can't remember his name right now. He's from Rome. Ah, man, it draws a blank, and Pete's gonna kick me in the head that I can't remember this kid's name. But he gets in the fights, and he's another one out there from Rome doing it. A lot of local kids playing hockey, so there's more winter than there is summer in
right?
town. So you grow up playing hockey.
And what else are you gonna do in the wintertime? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I always played basketball and stuff like that, but this town's hockey.
Yeah, and then of course basketball with Syracuse being right here too.
Yes.
I mean basketball is super popular as well. There's been a lot of guys that have made it to college ranks throughout here. There are a lot of great basketball players coming out from the area, and baseball as well. We've had a couple guys make it from the majors.
I have not been able to follow SU basketball yet.
No, they're doing well. I think they lost against Kansas the other night, but they're doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A whole new squad, pretty much, right?
every year.
Yeah.
Chicken.
I wish they could keep some of these guys, but I
That's
get
it. You get it. I get it. But guess what? These Syracuse guys, they're not going anywhere. It's
Right.
like these guys that do the one and done, how many have actually made it from doing a one and done? Michael Carter Williams is out there playing in the NBA. I mean, he's
Yeah,
playing
I
every
still
night.
think he had one more year left in
I agree.
college. At least one more year to kind of mature.
I agree.
And be that leader.
But where are
you know?
these other kids that were the one and done? Deion Waiters actually has made himself a career in the NBA.
Yes, he's
okay,
still
so
doing
you
pretty
can
good.
give him credit.
Johnson.
Wes Johnson?
Wes Johnson's still out there playing.
Is he's out there playing
Yep.
every day?
I think so.
Is he?
I believe he's starting, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, well, there was so many. Where's Tyler Ennis? Is he out there?
I don't know.
No.
What's his name? Dante Green. Where's he at?
And he was great. He needed one more year.
Yeah.
Cuse, I thought.
And he would have been when him and who came in right after Ennis, wasn't it? came right after him?
Ennis, I think so. Yeah.
So they would have
Kinda
played
like back-
together.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
Like
would've
some of
been a
these
sick
guys.
backcourt.
Can you imagine if some of these guys stayed? Like who would have played with each other?
Mm-hmm.
Championships. I mean, some of these guys were really close, anyways. But then they leave,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got to develop another player. Like so, if they stayed, and those players kept coming, you know, like they would have multiple championships.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Hell, if Carmelo, stayed, another championship, I think.
Yeah. How crazy is that? Melo's like the third scorer now in OKC. He's always been the number one guy.
I know.
You know.
Well, and here's the thing, though. Like right now,
you think he's good with that?
he should be,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you why. Pace him. He's been in and out of injury, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We know what Melo can do,
Right.
and I kind of see it with what the Celtics do with Kyrie, and they did it with Isaiah Thomas last year. They turn it on in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Paul Pierce used to do that. Like, they turn it on in that fourth quarter. It's when you need them.
Mm-hmm.
You have that guy because he's still him. But also you get into the playoffs, and people are like, oh, he's a third scorer, blah, blah. You get into the playoffs when you really need him, and if somebody goes down, you got him there. And then that's when he can really ball out. They don't need him now. They just need to get in the playoffs.
And they will.
Yeah.
They're too damn good not to be in the playoffs.
And then he could turn it up. You see that with what's his name? Over on the Golden State Warriors, Durant. He during the season he wasn't that stellar. You got into like the playoffs, then all of a sudden, boom! Now he's all over the place. Durant is killing it. So I kind of see it in that kind of,
we'll
theory.
see. Well, we will soon see.
I think he'll turn up
But
in playoff time.
me being a diehard Syracuse fan that I am, Syracuse basketball,
Yeah.
and football, of course, but football ain't all that. I would like to see Melo win a championship. I mean, I got a little soft spot for Melo in my heart.
I wasn't until he was
own
a
a
Knick,
couple.
but-
I got a couple of his jerseys. Oh, I loved him when he was a Knick at first.
Hated him when he was a Knick.
At first, well, you don't like the Knicks.
I hate the Knicks.
I love the Knicks. I will always have that soft spot, no matter how many times he went into the audience to beat up a fan or something. If you remember that incident.
Yep.
I will always love that kid just because of the national championship that he brought Syracuse in 2003.
Yep.
No matter how stupid and no matter how ball hoggish he is. In fact, when his jersey got hung in the Carrier Dome, Tori and I were at that game. It was the last time they played Georgetown, too, in the
wow.
Big East.
That would have been a great game.
It was a great game. It was packed. You couldn't even.
Syracuse win?
No. They lost, actually. It sucked. But, yeah, when they retired Melo's jersey, they flew him up here, and he came out. And
See,
it
I
was
just can't
cool.
believe nobody gave G-Mac a chance.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean the draft?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, maybe
you
not
know
even
what?
draft, but, like,
G-Mac should be, like, the next in line to be the coach, man.
He should,
I
but-
think.
I mean-
think. Now that Hopkins took off,
what that kid did in
I think G-Mac should be there. He should be the next coach.
do you remember in that championship game, he dropped like 5 threes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many game winners that kid made?
Oh, my God. Remember?
So you're telling me he can't even make second team, like, a 6-man or something like that? Like, the kid throws daggers, and he could pass the ball, and he could dribble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a headsy player. I understand he's not that tall, he's not that fast, but the kid had a great basketball IQ, and he was clutch.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you can't put him in that role?
Right.
Like a Steve Kerr type of role?
Do you remember that press conference with Boeheim back in the day? The press was really on Jerry Mack for some
Yeah.
reason. He was in a big slump. And Boeheim gets on and he goes, "We don't win 5 fucking games
Yep.
without Jerry Mack." And he paused and he looked around and he goes, 5 fucking games. Like it was like one of the most monumental Boeheim press conferences ever.
And he's right, man. That kid had heart, man.
Oh, he was
heart.
great. And how that one Big East champion or Big East tournament that
Yes.
he carried us on his back, carried
Literally.
Cuse on his back.
To exhaustion.
Right.
He was exhausted. The kid was like, because they played what, like 4 or 5 overtime games
In
or
a
something
row.
like that. Like it was insane,
And he was hitting game winners left and right.
insane. And he was doing it, man.
Clutch. He was Mr. Clutch.
They
In his
basi-
freshman year, he
They
wins a
basically
national
carry him
championship.
off the fucking court.
Mhm.
The kid was like, that's what I mean. Like,
The reason why he didn't go to the NBA is his height.
dude,
His height.
that's such a bullshit.
But
reason.
that's why.
But his
I'm
heart-
sure he had tryouts.
I mean, you got guys shorter than him in the NBA.
I'm sure he had tryouts, but I think he wanted to go in the direction he is because if you think about it, he's been an assistant coach at Cuse for a while now.
Oh yeah.
He's been there for a while. I think he likes being a coach, and I think he should be the next guy
know,
to
I
step
just-
in for Boeheim.
I just love when I see in sports guys with that heart. You know what I mean? That's why
That's why I think you'd be a great coach.
That's why one of my favorite players was Dan Marley. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That undersized,
Thunder Dan.
take it right to the hole.
He wasn't undersized. He just can shoot.
And he could shoot.
He was a big boy. He was
dunk.
He was an Olympian too back in '88.
I seen him dunk over a Minute Bowl.
Thunder Dan Marley.
I used to love that dude because he was all heart, man. That could play defense. He was like, tough as nails. He'll take the charge. I love guys like that. You know, Wayne Corbett from the Jets. Like ballsy, take it over the middle and get killed every time and get right back up. Keep the hands on the ball.
Yeah.
I like. That's the kind of players I like. I feel like people are missing heart.
Yeah. I think that's why he's going to make a great coach, though.
Yeah, true.
He will. And plus, he's learning from Boeheim. So hopefully they're considering him because Boeheim, let's face it, guy, how old is he now?
Definitely in his 70s,
He's
right?
definitely in his 70s. He's been there for, 40 plus years now. 41 years, I want to say. He's been there since
insane.
like even longer than that. He was a coach before, or a player and then assistant coach. So Boeheim's been there for like 50 years.
That should no longer be the Carrier Dome. It should be the Boeheim Dome.
Yeah, no doubt.
Seriously,
I
for
know.
real. Carrier's not even freaking there no more.
That should be.
And there's no air conditioning in the goddamn place. So why you call it the Carrier Dome?
Yeah, yep.
It should be the Boeheim Dome.
There's no air conditioning. That place is. I had to work there, as you know, and you have to shut this door to open this door because all the air pressure in the place, like they can actually blow you through the door. Have you ever walked out of a game some nights, and it literally when you go around the turnstile doorway or something, when you're coming out that you like shoot out of there.
You're like, whoa. It's insane.
It is insane. It's all air pressure and shit. Actually, it's like one of the last domes left. There's not too many domes left anymore.
Yeah, I know. Well, the one in Minnesota just imploded a few years ago.
Right.
That?
And then there's the one that is the Tokyo Dome out in Tokyo, obviously, in Japan. That's still going.
I think Detroit got rid of theirs, too.
Silver Dome is gone. Yeah. The Silver Dome, that's definitely gone. They
So I don't
imploded
think
that a
they'll have
while
a
ago.
dome anymore.
But what about the Superdome down in New Orleans? Is that still? Remember during Katrina, that was the big meeting place. People were living in the
Yeah, but
Superdome.
I want to say I think they got rid of that, though.
But didn't a hurricane like rip it up a little bit or something? Some
Katrina,
kind of
right? Or no, that was during Katrina.
Yeah, but I want to say something else happened to it too.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Is the Superdome? It could be still going. Where does the Saints play football?
I don't know the stadium names. Like,
Come on, Chicken.
I feel like I know, right?
Come on, what kind of football host are you, pal?
That's Silver and Caleb wouldn't have like Silver like, oh, let me
That's why you got the sports.
Yeah, they
names
got
on
their
there.
fucking computers out. Yeah, they know that shit.
I think the Superdome might still be there, actually.
I know a lot of them are going to like the retractable roofs, which is I think is a smarter play because I love outdoor ball.
Right.
Don't take the but I get it. Like we seen in Buffalo, Sunday. They're covered in snow and freezing. Now you're asking your fans to sit in there and like to the elements. You know what I mean? So I get it why you want to be able to like do indoor. But like you had in Buffalo, that you had a snow game, which is awesome to see too. So I like keeping the element of the weather in the game, but I get why they're closing them.
Right. Yeah, it's not now the retractable roofs. They can block off the rain and. Down in Florida, they use them all the time. I think in Florida, don't they have all retractable roofs and shit down there? Don't they?
In sports stadiums?
Yeah, definitely in Toronto.
Yeah, I don't know if Miami does retract it now. I don't think so.
You got rid of the Sky Dome. Now it's just a retractable roof.
How about Miami taking it to New England last night?
Did they?
Tom Brady got the snots kicked out of him.
I did not watch it.
Yeah, it was like 27-7 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, surprisingly, Jay Cutler taking out Brady. Go figure.
It's your boy. Why, he's doing good with Miami?
Yeah, ups and downs, man.
Yeah,
But
he's always been up and down.
last night he looked really
I
good.
always think he was overrated.
You know what is with his problems?
He was all hype in the beginning, and then
He
he started off.
The
okay.
dude has some. I've seen him do some sick shit.
When he was in Denver, he was okay.
I seen him clean. Even on the Bears, I've seen him like complete a pass sitting on his ass. He fell down and threw a pass on. I seen him do some great shit. It's the consistency and it's the heart. He lacks the heart.
Right.
I noticed if he got drilled really hard, he'll get back and he's pissed off. He has a great game.
Yeah.
Other than that, he doesn't have that fire.
Fire!
And you need it. You need that heart. That's why I love Flutie. Flutie's another one of the guys I used to love. For that pure fire, man. That dude was 5'7"?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like
the greatest throw in college football history, though.
Right?
Boston College against Miami.
The dude's a fucking Canadian legend.
Right.
Like, legend up there. He won, like, fucking 12 rings or some shit like that up in Canada.
Is he from Pennsylvania? Yeah, but he won a lot with who did he play with? Calgary? He played with Calgary? The
was it
Stampede. Calgary Stampede.
The
Toronto Argonauts.
I think it might have been them.
I don't think it was. I don't
No?
know. We'll have to look that up. Maybe it was. I have no idea. I know nothing about the CFL.
I watched the Football Life.
Yeah.
Doug Flutie. I love watching those.
Their game's much faster, though, in Canada because it's only 3 downs.
Yeah.
And their end zones are bigger. It's faster.
And I think that suits his style of play, too, because he's
Yeah.
a short, little, fast dude.
But the throw he made in Boston College, like he just launched it. It was like the Fiesta Bowl or Sugar Bowl or one of those for the championship, and he just like launched
it and went right between two
dudes. Didn't even know it was
yeah.
going. Took a hit. He was done, and like one of his brothers or something caught it because he had one of his brothers was on that team too.
Oh, I didn't know it was.
I don't think it was his brother that caught the pass, but his brother was on the team at the time. He has a band with one of his brothers too. They have the Flutie brothers. But the guy made a sick catch. It was not his brother that made the catch.
I love fucking with Buffalo fans when you go to the games, and you go wide right, and people are like, fuck you, and then you go Flutie, and everyone's like, yeah, and they'll go nuts.
Buffalo, now that's an experience for a tailgate party.
Actually, Drew Brees credits Flutie for part of his success. He mentored him early on in San Diego.
Yeah, well, Flutie's got that vibe about him. Like you could just tell he's a good guy,
Right.
You could just tell he's like that kind of.
And then Drew Brees is reminds me a lot of Flutie, but he's a little more polished than Flutie was, and a little taller.
Yeah.
But very similar.
And a better arm.
Yeah. Well, Flutie had an arm, dude. Flutie definitely had an arm.
He could throw it right, but not like Drew Brees.
Oh, no. Drew Brees is amazing. Who I think is one of the least heralded all-time great quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Everyone goes immediately Brady, then you go to
in the modern day era, for sure. Like in today's day and age.
But the dude is good, man.
Yeah, he is. 100%. Yes, and you'll be talking all about football.
Yeah.
This Thursday.
You see I'm raring to go.
This Thursday on the D-line. Who you got coming up this week on the D-line?
Greg Williams is coming back for another run.
He just can't get enough, huh?
No, dude, he's actually calling into I guess he plays in a bowling league.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, I'm calling in. So I was like, all right, sweet. And then I guess Tommy John is going to stop by, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He won't show. No, he might.
He might show up. I don't know. But it'd be cool, have him come on and, talk some football.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some, a lot of big things, Carson Wentz got hurt. He's out for the year.
Really?
Yep.
Wasn't Philly doing great?
They're great.
Yeah?
Everybody's picked to win the Super Bowl. He was actually one runner, probably one of the candidates for MVP. Probably would have won it, too.
Wow.
Between him, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's insane right now, but he's elite. Russell Wilson is elite, folks. But, so now he's out. That changes the whole – dude, if you took all the people that are injured list right now, they're on IR, you got a Pro Bowl squad. I mean, Aaron Rodgers. Although they say Rodgers might be coming back. But J.J.
Wentz
Watt.
being out, that's huge, though.
Yeah, Wentz now.
So they're
Deshaun
out.
Watson.
Well, they're not out, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they winning the league or something? Or
They
winning the division?
Right now, I mean, if
Can you
Dallas
tell I have no idea?
if Dallas gets their shit together, Dallas might be able to take them, depending on how Foles does at quarterback. But yeah, that really changes a whole lot though in Philly. I think they could still win it. They got enough talent there. I mean, their running backs are insane. They got like 4 different running backs that are all they could be starting for any other team.
Mm-hmm.
But my bid right now, New Orleans Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yep.
Did you pick them in the beginning of the year?
No.
No. Who'd you pick in the beginning of the year?
The Giants.
Did you really?
Yeah, Giants
okay.
and Philly was my dark horse.
Oh yeah.
And Giants kind of imploded.
Yeah.
But then I picked Steelers as my Steelers and the Raiders.
And the Steelers doing good.
Steelers are catching on, and I think they're going to beat New England next week too.
Wow. After New England just lost, I don't know.
I know. I usually don't do that, but Steelers are rolling, man.
Brady's good after a loss.
That is true.
That is true. So tomorrow here on EC Radio, I'm hoping Piers might just send him out a
Mex.
Yeah, Mex.
You send me some Mex. You send me a text Mex.
A Mexican, actually. I gave him a Mexican.
Oh man, Trump's gonna be after him.
Yeah. I just sent him a message to see if he's coming. So hopefully he comes and we don't have another day like this. Though I want to thank Alan coming down for Now Playing,
Yes,
and Robin for stopping in a little bit earlier on. She's fun to chop it up with.
Yep.
She's a fun girl.
Yep. Good times. We're gonna have to take her to a strip club now.
And then Thursday, I do know Nagel is definitely coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's going on Friday?
And Friday, we've got a big remote over at Polly's Barbershop.
Yeah, that's right.
152 Whitesboro Street in Yorkville. Come down. We're doing a Toys for Tot drive. Bring a brand new toy to Polly's Barbershop, or you could drop it off here. We'll bring it there.
Yeah.
If you want to drop it off to here at the studios on James Street, you could drop it off, and we'll bring it up to Polly's Barbershop on Friday for our remote. We're going to have a bunch of people come in. We got some guests and talk to the crew that hangs out at the barbershop. And we've been wanting to do this for a while over there, and this is a perfect time to do it. Polly's he's a vet.
Yes.
He's a vet. He's a Marine. And the Marines do a Toys for Tot drive every year, so Polly's getting involved. And it just only makes sense to tie us in. And he's also doing it for the weekend, so he's going to make him one big thing.
We want to get as much toys in as possible.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, help these kids out, the less fortunate.
It's for the kids, people. I went out and bought a bunch of toys.
Nice. You were saying the wrestlers?
Yeah, of course. And you know what's crazy about these wrestlers, Chicken? When you put them up against each other, and they have conversations with each other.
Oh, that's just weird.
It is. I have Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, right? And you put them up facing each other.
Does he start singing the Teapot song? I fucking hate that commercial.
I hate that commercial too. Roman Reigns goes, Dean Ambrose, I thought we'd meet again. And then he goes, Roman Reigns, last time I seen you, and it's like, wow, they interact with each other. It's crazy.
So
it's
they
like
take the
some kind of weird
imagination
shit.
right out of the toy again.
Yeah, right. Were you that kid that would play with the toy? Oh, you'd be like the ring announcer
who didn't?
guy.
Like,
yeah.
who didn't like grab your action figures and be like, I'm gonna kill you, and like,
and another right.
I'm gonna bend you over and fuck you in the. I mean, well,
see, you were
whatever.
saying that as a kid. I know you were. Chicken. But we're going to have a good time over at Polly's Barbershop. We're raising toys for Tots. So come on down, help us out, hang out. If you want to come be a part of the madness, we're going to be broadcasting live from like noon to 6. The Matt Major crew, Phil Farda, Honey Squad, everybody, we're all going to be there. We're all just going to jump on and just hang out for a while. So it's going to be a great time.
Man.
Yeah, we're going to have a great time.
I'm looking forward to be out on the road.
Yeah, we haven't been on the road in a while. So this has put us out on the road and out there in Yorkville, good old beautiful Yorkville, New York.
Yorkville. Yep.
Yeah.
Go over to Sharon's.
Have a couple shots of Jameson, come back over.
Maybe some hot toddies. I don't think they do hot toddies.
They don't do hot toddies, but maybe. You never know what you can get out of Sharon's. And we're going to leave it at that because I can go and talk about something. But anyways, Polly's Barbershop is the place to be on Friday. Come on down, hang out with us. Bring a toy. Unwrap, brand new.
Come hang, chill.
It's for the kids.
Yep, it's for the kids.
It's for the kids.
Do it for the kids.
For the kids. It's for the kids. Come on, guys. Don't let a kid go without a toy this holiday season.
Although now Zee's got to keep those wrestlers that he was playing with.
No, I figured, because we went into this thinking, like, if I wanted a toy, what would it be? And the wrestlers, of course, came up. I got this addiction.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
What about those Beanie Babies?
That's Tori's department, actually.
I don't know how they got in the bin, Tori.
There's a lot, dude. Actually, there's so many Beanie Babies, and they're in this like Ziploc type of case that it's going to take you and I to pick them up. That's how heavy they are.
Wow.
That's how many she has. It's obsessive.
I don't know how they got in the bin.
But it's in my storage locker, so it's probably some mouse's house right now.
Nice.
You know.
You think so? You think they want to get in there? Well, yeah.
You never know.
Chipmunks and shit like
nice
that.
and warm.
Yeah.
They probably like bang them because they're Beanie Babies. They're thinking they're like other mice. And
Wouldn't you? It's like
if I was a mouse,
it's like a mouse blow up doll. You know?
So many Beanie Babies though.
It's like fucking a beanbag chair.
I want to do one of those storage wars with my locker one day because I just want to get rid of everything in there. There's so much shit.
Stop paying for it, right?
Right. I'm so sick of it. There's nothing in there. Well, she has some clothes and has some stuff. I'm sure there's a couple things in there that's important.
How about this? You just stop paying on it, right?
No,
and then when they like repo all your shit and then they like auction it off, we'll go video it. You know?
I did bring that up to the woman that owns the storage unit place.
Mhm.
I brought it up to her. I'm like, can I have a storage wars over here? I just want to get rid of everything. There is that one bar that Nate Keita from
Yes.
Stoneworks Concrete made for me. Beautiful bar that we were going to use for UCs with Z, but that went down the ship. We put that bar into storage, and I want to use it because that thing's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Big ups to my boy Nate Keita from Autumn Fire. Played his band earlier. And Mason's Revolt. And he's got a new project.
That's
out there,
nice of
too.
him. Make a-
Dude, it's a kick-ass drummer,
make
too,
it
by
a
the way.
great bar for your storage area.
The bar's incredible. It's like thick, solid fucking concrete, and it's on wheels, and it's on a platform.
Yep.
It's gorgeous. You've never seen a bar like this, and he made it all handmade,
It's the nicest bar for a storage unit ever.
all refurbished wood.
I know.
I know.
I remember when he delivered it, we took it from there right to the storage.
And how heavy it was,
yeah,
right?
The thing was heavy.
It
as
took
hell.
4 of us to pick it up. That's how heavy it is. That concrete block is no joke. No joke. But we will bust that out eventually. Hopefully,
no.
it's never going to fit in here unless we rip out these walls. But it's not going to. That bar is not fitting through these doors. That's the problem.
Well, looks like we're going to have to get new doors.
I would love to have that thing in here, right?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, it's gorgeous. It is. And you need cabinets done, or he even makes these cool outdoor fireplaces.
Oh, you know what'd be even cooler?
What's that?
Set up the bar, but you go behind the bar. It'd be like your console, like right here.
Mhm.
So you're basically like sitting behind a bar. Like,
Well, that was the idea, to keep the bar as part of the set.
right.
You know?
But like, yeah. So when you're hosting, you just do it right from behind the bar.
Yeah, that was.
It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure. That was the plan. Nate does some great shit at Stoneworks Concrete. Check him out. It's stoneworksconcrete.com. I'm pretty sure that's his website address. He does like these really cool fireplaces. He does bar tops and cabinets, and he's an amazing artist when it comes to putting concrete things together. He's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Check him out. I can't wait to bust that thing out. We should actually get him on Home Free.
Yeah.
We should, because he's doing some really cool things. What are you doing, chicken?
Dude, I'm like sideways. I was like,
I thought you put it like that, actually.
No, I didn't. I know.
Oh, you didn't?
No, I don't know.
I
how it
thought
got
you
that
put
way.
it like that.
I think it fell. I think it kind of just like slowly just.
Yeah, and that's slowly how the show has gone. Downhill
pretty much.
fast. So it's a good time to close it out. We'll see you tomorrow. Going to hand it off to Sean Rads in the first 52. Tune in with him as he has James Woods, not the actor,
Oh,
the
man.
dude from New York City.
Oh, well, should be good.
He's
anyway.
going to be on. And then stick around for Ease, Beats, and Biz just after that. We'll see you tomorrow.
You have no education. You have no interest. You just do whatever reckless thing you want to do whenever you want to do it without regard for anyone else. Oh, and when you're not terrorizing the community with your impulsive escapades, you're being a total jerk to your family.
You're listening to EC Radio on the Disruption Network.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you'll support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
Hey, it's Adeline Van Dyke from AKA The D. #1 trivia.
Been getting down on.
Joining the Disruption team.
Thank you, and I look forward to welcoming you home.
Listening to this program. We appreciate you listening to this program.
D.
What will happen next, ladies and gentlemen?